Jojo!
Hey, what's up, big fella?
What's up, my brother? What's up, people out there? As you're filtering in, and I didn't like. I had a crazy week again. I got to sit down, and I'm gonna redo that intro. Where I'm gonna get you and Brett's pretty faces on there.
Hey, it's all good.
I keep
Let me
meaning to
know so
do
I
it.
can get a fresh haircut and line it up and get.
Actually, yeah, send a good picture this. Yeah, when you get a chance, send me a picture because I'm gonna make a. This week I gotta. This isn't too crazy, so I want to change it. So it's just it'll be the four of us popping up there.
That'd be awesome. Hey, I can do that. No problemo.
And then I'll have Brett take a picture of his sexy body. Where is it? It's here. So this week, for now, it's Big Joe and I. Michael is indisposed, has lost his voice. He got a little sick, and he's going to be chatting away in the chat. So I'm waiting to see him pop in. So wish him well, get that voice back, and hopefully he'll be chiming in for the rest of the night. Brett is going to be a few minutes late, so Mr. Brett Patrick will be joining us. And in hour number 2, we have one of our good friends and great collectors. You guys on Instagram know him as Pins Coach, but Gabriel will jump on, and he's got a bunch of new stuff he put into his just added to his collection, and he's going to show it off, and we'll chat with him and catch up with him and see how he's doing.
Sounds great.
So that's what we're doing. So actually, this week, we're not going to get anything that's new with Michael's Horror and Pinball because Michael is not here.
Well, I can make an announcement for something that I did donate the other day. That is true.
Oh, that's true. So we can do what's new with Michael. I forgot about
We
that.
can.
Yeah, we can do that.
We sure can.
So what else? Anything else going on? Anything interesting this week pop up for you before we jump into that?
No, we can do the intro and then show off, kind of talk about what happened at Mike's, and then we can get into what I was able to stumble upon this past week and a half.
I did stumble upon one of my new favorite drinks. I was chatting with you the other night. Now I forgot I have one for the podcast.
Nice. I like
So
that glass. I like that spirit glass right there. I like that.
my spirit glass and
Yeah.
and I was chatting. Michael and I were chatting the other night, talking about because I was telling him that I found this new drink, and we were chatting about our love for apple, anything with apple in it,
Oh yeah.
like Jolly Ranchers, and he was telling me about these ice pops, these sour apple ice pops, and I couldn't find them. I was in
Oh
Walmart
wow.
today too.
That sounds good. Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Green apples, man, I could eat that stuff all day long. Anything with green apple in it. That's why when I saw this Captain Morgan sliced apple, I was like, oh man, I gotta buy. There's another rum I gotta buy.
That's dangerous right there, my friend. Something that
Yeah,
tastes good is just dangerous because you can keep drinking
this
it.
put it in there with some 7 Up, and it's just like, oh man, I halfway through the bottle. I'm like, holy crap.
Do you do the kind of diet 7 or you just go full out regular
I got like the was it the zero sugar one?
zero
It's
sugar
got the
one? Yeah, they have a good. I don't know if you're into cranberry. They have like a 7 Up and cranberry or
hmm
something like that. That's pretty good to mix with drinks too.
Well, we always have cranberry in the house because basically all my wife drinks is except for these two chicks drinks that I think I was telling you guys about, like
Hmm.
these lesbian drinks I call them. No offense to anybody.
Let's be honest.
Um, and
Yeah.
besides that, she drinks like that Tito's vodka with club
Yeah.
and cranberry. So there's always cranberry in the
That
house.
that is my favorite beverage of choice, man. Tito's and like a soda water, Tito's and Topo Chico, something like that. That's my favorite, my top go to.
And with it being Labor Day weekend, I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have this. I'll have my couple after the podcast with a cigar.
Amen, my brother.
Cry because there's only one day left of the long weekend,
Oh man,
and then
that's all right.
work.
I'm gonna enjoy being off tomorrow for real. Fucking enjoy it.
And I don't know what's the weather like by you. It's been raining. It was beautiful up until last night, and it's been crappy. I don't know if rain today, tomorrow, Tuesday. So it's kind of crappy here.
No, here in San Antonio, yesterday was really bad rain, like torrential, because we hadn't had rain in a long time. There's a lot of spotted flooding. It was really
Right,
bad,
same
and
thing.
then
Yep.
yeah, and then it kind of took it easy. Then all the flooding went away, and then today was kind of like overcast and whatnot, and it looked like it didn't even rain from yesterday. So it was a nice little bit of rain, but it's pretty good. Today was a really nice day. I thought it was a little warm, but still was not better than just the sun out kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah. Now
So
it's just disgusting because after it rains, it just is humid. It's
yeah,
like you go outside. Like if I put on my friggin' glasses, they fog up right away
yeah,
because it goes from the air conditioning. It's always cold down here in the basement anyway, but it goes from here to there and it just fogs up, and I'm like,
yeah.
can't see anything.
Yeah, down here we have mosquito issues. So because of all the rain, a lot of those little puddles kind of turn. They sit there and fester, and mosquitoes are already out and about, kicking everybody's butt.
Oh God, that's
I
what
hate
that's
mosquitoes.
that's why I love my warm weather, but I'm looking forward to the fall. I love my fall.
Amen, man. You
Get
ain't
rid of
lying.
these damn bugs. Sit outside with a hoodie. I'll put my screen up in the backyard. I'll be watching Halloween every night.
Hoodie weather's where it's at, man. Hoodie, it's the best. It's the best.
Cannot complain and put up my decorations and
That's right.
looking forward to it, man. It was a nice summer. We had a really nice summer, but it's been fun. But I'm ready for hoodie weather.
Sayonara, summer. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
We don't want you no more.
well,
We're
especially since
done.
my pool's out of commission. I mean, I told you guys what happened to my pool, but I didn't tell anybody. I don't think I told it on the podcast. Where so I have above ground pool, and I was scrubbing like 2 years ago. I got a hole in the liner, the winter cover, and like the dirty water on the top seeped in, and it made a stain at the bottom. So I've been slowly trying to get rid of it. So there I am. I'm scrubbing it, and I guess I got the edge of the scrub brush, which is metal, sliced the liner, and I watched 18,000 gallons of water just empty in 20 seconds into my backyard. I was like,
That sucks, dude.
so
That sucks.
so that's why we have no more pools. So I'm ready for the summer to be over. So we can't because it's going to be $2,500 to fix it, and for this was what 2 weeks ago it happened, 2 3 weeks ago, for like less than a month. It's not worth it.
Nah, you'll be all
So
right.
they said they said they'll come and do it in the spring. They're like, we'll have you set up for the spring. So yeah, so that kind of blew.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm ready for the warm weather to go.
Yeah, I'm done. I've said bye to that already. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm done.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to, all right, let's do. Even though Michael's not here, in honor of Michael, not being here, we will do the intro. And Joe can. I know what Joe donated, and it was very very cool of him, and it looked pretty damn cool. So let's see what is new at Michael's Horror and Pinball. What's new at Michael's Horror and Pinball?
Nice. All right. So without further ado, I was able to go ahead and make a little small donation to the shop at Michael's Horror and Pinball. That place is fun as it is. He's got some great pinball machines. It's just a lot of fun stuff to do there. But I wanted to kind of spice it up a little bit further, and I was able to give him the arcade one-up of Mortal Kombat. So for those who don't know, it comes with the original 1, 2, and 3. The first 3 games, it's kind of preloaded into that game, and you can play 2 players, and super fun, man. We had actually me and Michael were at the mall, and they some that I guess the shop had it, and we were playing it there, and it kind of like made it like really fun to just like donate it, because I know he really is gonna have fun playing it, and the people that visit the shop are gonna love to play too. So it's a free play. You just show up and play, and just another reason to come into the shop and check it out if you haven't played it in a while.
Definitely, I saw that. It was
Really fun.
very cool. And looks like Rob's here. What's up, Rob?
What's up, big fella?
Still waiting for that picture, brother.
Selfie, the masked man. Show yourself.
Mortal Kombat rules. Yes, I haven't played that. I can't even tell you the last time I played Mortal Kombat. Holy crap!
It was funny, yeah, because when I set it up, Michael was playing. He was still remembered the fatalities and shit from the first game. I was like, how do you remember that shit? He was doing it, man, and everybody, Sub-Zero, Scorpion,
He
all that shit.
remembers the craziest shit, but in mid sentence, he's like, "What was I just telling you?"
Exactly. I was like, what the I was like, I know a couple of moves, but I don't know fucking fatalities and shit off the top of my fucking head. So no, it was real fun. So I was real glad to do that. And it fits in well with kind of the theme of the shop. So that's kind of the newest thing in Michael's Horror. And I know he got a lot of new things that came into the shop, but of course he's not here to talk about it. But I'm sure he will cover that when he's back at full health.
Yeah. Plus, he said he's probably gonna jump in. Oh, look! It looks like Brady Crocker's ready to jump in.
Brady.
Brady Crocker.
What's happening?
Hey, what's up, my friend?
Our little guy's back there. I blew him up. I'm in the garage today.
Are you in trouble? You're in the garage.
Kind of. not
So,
really.
so what's worse, being in the doghouse or the garage? That's the thing.
We had our extended block party. It was supposed to happen 2 different times, but somebody kept on getting COVID. So
Oh, damn.
I'm like, I'm gonna step out for about an hour or 2. I'll be back.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh, that's nice of you to join us, though, man. That's
Oh
dope.
no,
dude.
absolutely, man. This stuff. Oh man, this is good times. How's everything going? What did I miss?
Not much. Well, Michael won't be here. I don't know if you saw. He shot us a message on our group. He's lost his voice, so he said he's going to jump in the chat, but I haven't seen him yet. But he will not be with us this week.
Okay, hey, no worries, man.
Yeah,
Hope
he
he
was-
gets
worries.
better, man. Hope he gets better.
Yeah,
I was
he-
showing. I'm having my favorite new drink again.
Hey,
I sent it to Brett the other night. I'm like, look, I found another fun rum.
nice.
Nice.
Oh, Pat, that's the one that I mailed in all those years ago. That Anchor for Maker Bay. That
Oh, that's the one.
Oh wow.
But how could you tell? They all look the same.
They all look the same. Yeah, I know. I have that. I bought it somewhere. It's like basically the same thing. But for the life of me, I never remember why I didn't. I remember opening up like years later saying, why the hell did I send away for this for a freaking buck? What was I thinking? But whatever.
I put it up. My wife's like, you have Halloween there, you have Halloween here, you have Halloween there. I'm like, yeah, that's the way of life.
Sounds like my wife. I have Halloween in here. I have it in the garage. I have it upstairs. She's like, seriously, everywhere you go. I said, well, it's Halloween stuff or there's horse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You go in the
that's
kitchen, there's a horse calendar. There's horse this, there's horse that. So it's the house of Halloween and horses.
That's right. I was just curious. How do you like that blow up behind you, my friend? How's the quality of it?
I think it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really look into his eyes. It's a little different, but it's pretty much just like the stand up probably
Yeah.
behind you, I'm sure. I never even got that, shockingly. So I was like, oh, I got this guy.
No,
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
Oh, so Rob said next week he's going to put a picture up. So
All
We'll see
right,
you.
we'll hold you to that, there, Rob. We'll hold you
Yeah.
to it. Man.
he's shouting out to
Hey,
Brett.
Rob, what's up, bud?
That's funny.
So,
yeah.
Friday is Horror Hound in Cincy, so I'm hoping London 1888's there that makes a Nick Castle hat. So
Yes, if they're
gonna have
there,
to snag
hook
two
us
of them
up.
for some people.
Please, man. I can't wait.
Definitely.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'll at least wear it for a couple episodes, too.
good stuff.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, I ordered the hat. Where did I order that? Oh, from the Universal store. I got that hat coming.
Nice.
Did you guys see all the Universal Horror Night stuff
Did
online?
they add more since we were all messaging?
No, I think it was all the same since we were messaging. I mean, a lot of the stuff might be gone because it seems like everybody was hitting it up. So I got the hat. I think the lanyard. I got
Did
a
you get
magnet.
the shirt? Because the shirt's a blacklight shirt, Pat. That's why I bought it. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't realize that shit.
Yeah, I didn't get the shirt wasn't available when I was on there. I didn't
Oh, maybe
see it.
it's probably not available anymore either. Shit.
Yeah, Gabe said he got a hoodie, but the hoodie wasn't on the website when I was looking either. It was gone.
Really, the most important thing were those glasses. I had to buy a few
Yeah.
of those.
I got like 2 or 3 of them or something like that.
But for the
Yeah.
price,
I got the glass too. Yeah, that's right.
oh, Michael's not on. I got a Michael's Horror and Pinball glass. I bought one for him.
Oh, you got the pint glass?
Nice.
I got a pint glass.
I
told
still
him,
got-
promote it.
For anybody interested, you can get that. Just go hit up Michael's Horror Pin.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
he's selling the lights now too, right?
I want to
Yeah.
I got to get one of
Yeah.
those. I
don't even have that yet, and I'm down to I'm closer to him than you are. That's a damn shame. I don't even
Yeah,
have
you
the
might have
glasses.
to go in there and 5-finger discount that thing.
I might have to. I was like, how do I not have that yet? I'm like, shit, this is bullshit.
All right, so the picture's gonna be something we'll never forget. It better be you. It better not be like a celebrity or something.
Oh boy.
And yeah, this is a lot of the stuff. Yes, a lot of the spirit stuff is stuff. Everybody always knew that Spencer's own spirit, but I guess they're finally starting to. I mean, some of the stuff would cross the stores, but now it seems like everything's crossing the stores,
It is. I was
which is good.
We had our spirit, one of the spirit stores finally open, and my brother didn't have the Hedge bobblehead, and they were already open for 3 days. They had one left, and the manager ringing me up, and he's like, "Oh, you gonna go sell us on eBay like the rest of the people?" I'm like, "No."
It's none of your business what I do with it, Buster.
Yeah, I paid that.
It's my
Yeah,
business.
It's my business. If I want to resell, I'll resell. Even though we don't do that. I'm just saying.
Because I was buying an extra wine glass, the stemless wine glass too. I wanted to have a secondary one. I'm like,
That's why
well,
I bought
that
two. Yep,
too.
one to use. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't mind those glasses at all. I like those a lot. I keep
Did you get
seeing
one,
them.
Joe?
I haven't got it yet, but I see them. They're here. They're everywhere. The way I do it is if I see it, it's everywhere. Kind of just wait it out a a bit.
50%
I
off
pick-
later.
And I got the
My
second
man.
set.
That's right.
Second
That's
set
right.
of these, so I can use for my kegerator. So if I want to have cold beer, I use this.
For $20, that's not bad, man.
No, for two of
Nah,
them, no.
For 2 of them, it's not bad at all.
That's what Pat and I were saying. Anything Halloween Resurrection, right? Where we're saying, maybe when it gets to 50% off if it's around.
Yeah.
I don't have
Don't you-
any resurrection stuff unless I see it at like 50% off.
I hate when they do kind of like the crossing of like the movies. Like you'll see an image of like resurrection and then be like the curse of Michael Myers or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't buy that shit. I don't even touch it. I don't buy it. I don't want it because
Yeah,
it's just so off-putting.
Who's done that? I think some of the stuff at Spencer's has been.
Yeah,
like that.
Spencer's does that. Yes.
Mhm.
I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you guys? It's like if you're a collector and you buy that, you're like accepting that they're wrong or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Like, no, it ain't cool. Motherfucker.
No.
It's not okay. Okay, it's not okay.
Well, it's like quality control because you also have to look. We're a bunch of Halloween geeks, so whoever's putting this stuff out, there's no quality control people that are Halloween fans. Like I said, when I did that collectible spotlight, when I did the Halloween tutu capsules,
Yeah.
and it says Halloween 2, everything's Halloween 2 related, but they threw the Halloween 3 skull mask in there.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with yeah.
And somebody sent me a message saying, "Oh, well, maybe it was just because I said no, but if you look at the back of it, it's got a little silver shamrock on it."
Yep.
I said, so it was clearly like, what the hell was that? I mean, unless they were planning on doing a Halloween 3 one at some point, and maybe they couldn't get the licensing because Halloween 2 is on everything because Halloween 2 is like the new whore. It's just whored out everywhere because it's Universal.
Yeah.
And Universal just slap it on anything.
Yeah, I like it because it's like those little magnets, those little chains, those little key chains, like those little Discovery bags. Universal, those are my favorite Universal ones because it's all Halloween 2 stuff. I love that stuff.
And you watch if somehow Ends has something to do with Halloween 3. I think Halloween 3 will be even bigger.
Oh, there's got to be a tie-in because they already did it in Kills,
right?
With the mask and everything. So you know it.
Did you see Fright Rags was live the other day, and that guy, what's his name, Ben from Fright Rags, was showing he's got the little mini Halloween 3 masks.
Oh yeah, the mini masks. That's right.
Yeah, those were cool.
Those are really cool. I don't know. I think he said
the 19th, not the
19th.
Was it the 19th?
I think he said the 19th. I think you're right.
I think he said that September 19th they go on sale because I had went to the page when I saw it. I was like, oh, and then they're not available yet.
Yeah, I think he said the 19th, and it's just like, and I saw that, I'm like, it's cool. I just want to go to these people and go, stop, slow down, man, please, fucking slow down.
Please,
I'm running out of room here and money.
Yeah, I'm getting in trouble here.
Dude,
seriously,
you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
I took all the pictures. I had pictures over here of like all the signed pictures of the people I've met from Halloween, and it took up a lot of space. So I took them down, and I'm gonna hang them up on the wall over here. And I put like all the Halloween 2 stuff that from Lowe's is there and some other stuff. My wife's coming down. She's like, "What the hell? When'd you get all this shit?" I'm like, "Well, I told you I went to Lowe's." She's like, "Well, you said you went to Lowe's to get stuff for the trailer." I said, "No, I said Halloween stuff was there too." And she's like, "I'm like,
bastard."
I had a really interesting thing happen with a brewery around here on Friday. They made an announcement that they were collaborating a beer with a bakery, a bakery in the area, and it's an apple cider donut beer. And it's an ale.
Oh, you're just talking about apples right there.
Yeah, I was just talking about apples. My love of apples. Me and Michael had like a 2-hour conversation of our love of like sliced apple stuff when I was drinking this the other night.
This sold out. You couldn't order it online from the brewery. It sold out within an hour. I got in line once I heard about it. It's not that bad because it's like an ale. It's not too heavy. And it's just got a little bit of a cinnamon flavor to it. But, of course, I messaged Mr. Sean Clark. He's like, you send me 2 right away.
I was going to say, are you going to send him? That's awesome.
Well, hell yeah. And then Christopher will get all pissed again, so.
Oh, my God. It's like guys, but like girls when they go to Starbucks, all that pumpkin spice shit.
My wife showed me the video from our group about somebody did a Michael Myers spoof of that.
Yeah.
To Starbucks.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I saw it.
Yeah, I have noticed this, Rob, because I remember when I went to pick up the stuff from Lowe's, I had to keep digging in the back and finding good boxes. I actually when I got everything, I actually walked into the Lowe's that was the closest one to where I work, and they were just putting the stuff out. They were still doing it. Like they had the guy on the scissor lift putting, they put all this shit up on the top shelf. He was still up there, so I looked over and I said, "Is there any way I can get over there?" They're like, "Oh, just come back in like 20 minutes and we'll move the scissor lift." And I saw them stocking the shelves and they were just fucking ripping shit and just throwing it down. They don't give a shit. So that's why a lot of those boxes are beat up. So I just had to keep pulling boxes out, try to find ones that weren't all beat up.
That's pathetic.
You hear that more and more. And Joe's luck with these bobbleheads, I couldn't believe all this.
You know what? It just reaffirms my passion for finding stuff in person because I can actually evaluate the condition of the box when I find it, as opposed to waiting for it in the mail and it comes in all jacked up. It's a waste of damn. For me, it's just you pay extra for the shipping and you pay extra, you pay top for that and then comes in that condition, kind of ticks you off a little bit.
Well, it's like,
In a bag.
and some people could say, well, not everybody collects it for the boxes and everything too, but it doesn't make a difference. It's still a fragile item.
It's a
Why don't you
principle
pack
of
it
it.
well? It could still come broken because you just stuck it in a bag like a jackass.
Yeah, it's the
You know,
principle of it.
Any of the stuff I open, I still keep the. If it's something that you could put back in there, I still keep the boxes. Like any bobbleheads I've opened up, I still keep the boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because if you want to, for whatever reason, if you want to sell it off or you want to give it to somebody as a gift or whatever, if that's the case, then why put anything in a fucking box? Then just throw it in a fucking bubble wrap piece of tape and then put it in the mail. You know what I mean? Why even fucking go through all that trouble then? You're gonna beat it up. It's a pain in the ass.
Seriously.
We had our anniversary dinner last night, and
Happy anniversary! I saw that.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. 13 years, and I took a break when my wife went to the washroom, and somebody had posted about the Myers Loomis 2-pack that they got it signed by Danielle Harris, and somebody's like, "Why would you do that?" And
I saw that.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's my personal opinion. I'm like, yeah, it's their own right. It's their own property.
I know. I try to put so many rules in place. I tell people, just move along. Don't be an asshole. Just,
Come on.
it's like, come on.
It's his preference, whoever, so.
Yeah.
It's radical. Your honey's checking in.
She's already on. She's already on me, man. God, I haven't said it yet, have I? I haven't said it yet today.
No,
trying
I
to-
think you have.
If I say it, you got to take a drink. But I'm not saying it. I'm trying not to say it. Trying not to say the R word.
Well, I think we have to have some of those words like that. Like Michael's has got to be gangster. I'll keep on going with that.
Yeah, he's cut off. No saying the G word. Where's one for Patrick? What does Pat say? I don't know. You don't really repeat yourself much.
Well, we know which one of mine is, though. It's Wisconsin.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit kicked out of me, Wisconsin.
That's right. That's right. I don't know. You know what? Every time he says the W word, every time he says wife. The wife saw me with the wife.
Thank
We can use that one.
Yeah, she's upstairs. She's upstairs preparing extra meals for my son to take home tomorrow when he goes back to school.
Goes back to school.
Aw, that's my man's. That's my dude.
Yep. Everybody's like, he came home already? I said, because the Nimrod, who's smart, my son is super uber smart, decides to go back to college. What does he forget? He forgot his pillows. So he was sleeping with rolled up hoodies for the past two weeks. I'm like, just go to Walmart and buy new pillows. No, I want my pillows. I'm like, what are you, 5? But you need your little blanket like freaking This Is Peanuts or something? Come on. Just go buy freaking...
Man, it just hit me. I was just thinking about this yesterday. So did y'all see the tribute to Taylor Hawkins that was yesterday by the Foo Fighters? They had a
I did. I watched that
concert.
all
Bro,
day, most of it. I watched it.
Fucking Wolfgang Van Halen reminds me of your son, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought of your son, like, because he was fucking jamming out, dude. And I was like, oh shit, my son. I was like, he's on TV.
And actually, I was going to go back and I was going to screenshot. I didn't never realize this because I don't really
Side by
follow.
side?
I don't follow Blink 182, but you see, Travis Barker has a Myers tattoo.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Oh,
I never saw that.
Yes. Well, he has a lot of fucking tattoos. But
He's got a shit ton, but he was like going like this. He's
Yeah.
got it like right here under his arm. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, he's got a freaking Myers tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Too bad I don't care for any of their music, but I don't think it's garbage. I just don't listen to it.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
one of those
just
things.
that concert, dude, it was really emotional because I'm a big
It
Foo
was.
Fighters fan. I'm a big Foo
It
Fighters
was.
fan. And to see all that emotion and just, it was a hell of a performance, man. Thank you.
Yeah, did you see his son playing? When
Oh,
his
dude,
son
he
came
was
up and played?
16-year-old kid, fucking
Yeah.
killing it, man.
killed
I
it,
was
man.
like, unbelievable performance last night, man. I was
Yeah,
blown away, man.
It was real. I was like trying to get shit done, and I had it on all day in the background. I just kept seeing who they were bringing up. I mean, the James Gang there, freaking original James Gang with Joe Walsh jamming. I'm like, dude, they pulled everybody out, and it was
Everybody.
cool. The revolving door. I mean, look, they had freaking Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson up there playing too.
Dude,
Paul
it was
McCartney
like
came out and played with.
Paul McCartney came out? Jeez.
Overload,
McCartney was
bro.
there.
Overload.
It was the Pretenders were there. Who else? A couple of people whose names I forget. I've heard of their bands. I forget, but they had a bunch of different. Oh, Nile Rodgers was there playing. They were doing a bunch of Bowie stuff because he was a big Bowie fan. They had Bowie's original drummer, and it was just. Is it still on there? Did they leave it up?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think
was
they
watching
did.
it all
I thought-
yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check on that.
Really,
Probably
really
the
cool
must-see.
stuff.
Dude.
Really cool stuff. And what I thought was really cool, did you see they brought out the little girl that challenged Dave Grohl to a drumming contest years ago?
I kind of saw that. Yeah, I didn't really see much of that part.
Yeah, so a couple years back, this girl was like just kept challenging him to like a drum off, and I guess somebody kept telling him like, "Hey, why don't you respond to this girl?" So he did, and they did. It was like this big story that he even said it. He's like, "I have this girl, she challenged me to a contest a few years ago, and she kicked my ass on the drums," and she was there, and she got up and played oh shit, I forget what song, but she sat in on the drums. Travis Barker sat in on the drums. The guy from David Bowie's band sat in the drums.
Man, this is
obviously
like a long thing they did, huh?
It was like 5 hours long.
It was a long ass fucking
It was
thing.
all freaking day. So I had to keep checking in, checking out. But really, a lot of really cool performances, and it was touching. He lost it a few times, Dave Grohl. So but it was really well done. So I'm looking forward to when they do the one in Los Angeles. I hope they live stream it too.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That is just funny that you're talking about your son, and I was like, dude, fucking Wolfgang just reminded me of him, man. I was like, God dang
true.
it. Yeah, it was a good little segue.
So, you guys have some new stuff? You guys want to go around? You want to go clockwise with me, or you guys? I mean, I don't care.
Whatever. Don't matter.
All right, so I didn't not too much this week. I got of course. Actually, I just opened them out of the box because it came the other day and I didn't even open it. The little alien from Party City.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he came in. Okay.
Well, fuck it. I might as well do it too at the same time.
Hey, look at that.
Look.
They're looking at each other. Yeah, we need our head examined. Anybody watching this? Yes, we need our head examined.
Yes. Hey, and he just came in a regular brown box. In a regular unlabeled brown box.
He's pretty cool.
But at least they had stuffing in there. Mine was packed with So at least they did it nice.
He's got nice hair.
Nice hair.
Material hair, and he comes on a nice little stand. And I like his little coveralls. It's really good. It's legit.
Oh, so he's on a stand, huh? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got like a little butt stand.
He's got a little butt stand, so he sits up straight.
So he just sits up like this with his footies up.
So he's not flopping over.
He said floppy.
He said flop.
I'd love to see somebody rehaul one of those things.
Give it time. And this came in from Best Buy, the new Kills Steelbook.
They do different with it, ain't they?
The only thing I can notice, I didn't have open it up.
Awesome.
The only thing is it looks exactly the same as the other one, but it says limited edition Steelbook on the top. That's the only thing I can see that's different, unless they have different inserts. I forget, it popped up one day and I said, let me just order it. So more on that. I'll see exactly what it is, what the difference is. It just came yesterday too. FedEx delivered it.
How do you like the font on that? The Halloween Kills font? It looks kind of, I don't know. I'm a little put off by that font.
It's kind of cheesy looking. Chintzy.
Like Francis and Stripes.
Yeah.
Hey. Not going to say it.
Like
hey, you just made the list.
You did. You just made the list.
Make the list, buddy.
You just made the list. Lighten up, Francis. I'm not big on anything that's not a hoodie, but I thought this was pretty cool. The one from Hot Topic.
Oh, that one's cool. I saw that one, but that one's so cool. I like it. So the triple hand with the triple knife.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, I'm not big on just regular sweatshirts, but I'm like, this is pretty nice, so I had to get that. Plus, I had like a 30% off coupon, so it was cheap as hell.
The shirt at Spirit, it's like a sweatshirt. I thought it was just a long sleeve, but when I felt the one at the stores, I was like, oh man, that's like a sweatshirt.
I'm trying to get that, but everyone I go to, the only one they ever have is small. I've been trying to get my hands on it. They didn't ever have the sizes. I'm trying to catch a couple more that are opening up.
Yeah, I was at a Spirit today, and they only had a small and medium of that new hoodie. There's a new one, a hoodie. It's not like the crop top one. I should have took a picture of it, but
not the female flannel stuff.
Not the female one. This is like a legit hoodie, new at Spirit. The girl said it just came in, so I was like, I'm not buying a small or a medium. I'm not doing that.
And I actually, before I forget this too, and I did pick up a second one of these. I was able to find another one, so I can actually open it up.
Hey, there you go.
So nice. So I'm going to actually open it up and wear that.
Yeah, they call that a costume, but that's just something you can wear for.
I'm just going to wear it. I'm an idiot. Yeah. You know that. And the last thing, like I was telling Joe, I said this must have just popped up on eBay and been there for like a minute, and I grabbed it because you guys know my love for anything promotional. I found this, and it's a UK a campaign book for Halloween 2.
Nice.
So it's got all this stuff in here.
That black and white. I like that.
So it's got all the advertising stuff in here. So if you were going to put together an advertising campaign,
That's fucking great. All the great images, man. Black and white is killer.
So basically, you'd have to cut and paste basically the old form of how you put it in newspapers, and it's totally intact. Nothing's cut out.
And over here. And over here.
Dude, that's great, man.
So I saw this, and my love for promotional stuff. I was like, ah.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
I'm like, mine. I'm like, thank you.
That's cool, man. Damn.
So that's going in there. And actually, this week I actually spent like 2 hours the other night. I had an extra file cabinet in my garage. I finally cleaned it up, put it next to my desk here, and filed everything away neatly, organized. Each press kits, lobby cards, everything. It's like super neat because I just had stuff. I was starting to forget things I had because it wasn't organized. So I'm like, everything's like uber organized. It's ridiculous. So.
But now you have that sense of accomplishment. You see what I'm saying? Now you're good. Now you're
Now
good.
I could just find stuff.
Yeah.
Because there was things
Now
where
you're
I was
good.
looking for something the other day and I couldn't find it. I had to keep pulling shit out. Now I could just go get it. But yeah, this was super cool. I saw this. I was like, man, and it was reasonable too.
We need
That's
some
awesome.
slow weeks because, this is adding up.
Yes.
Dude, we need
yes.
to be like snowed in and shit. Like I need like a fucking blizzard storm. I can't go nowhere.
Stop
You
the
know.
docks in the ocean.
Yeah, just fucking just seize everything, and then I can't do shit.
So did you see that up there, Rob? He said, I knew you grabbed that, Pat.
That's like,
Rob was
Yeah.
noticing it. Oh, man.
He must have saw it. I said, I clicked on that and it said, new listing. And I was like, wait a second. Is that I didn't know if it was just like an ad because, people sell ads.
Yeah.
And I went on there and it was an untouched book. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. Bye.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So
Hell
cool.
yeah.
So that is everything I have, I believe. Yeah, that was some. Am I missing anything? No. Yeah, like I said, I can't even say it was a quiet week because the last 3 weeks, forget it. It's just like, here, take my money,
bad.
take my money,
Balance.
take my money.
Take
So that's why I want a slow week.
it. It's I'm always reminded of that scene from Coming to America. I'm supposed to be a poor man.
Uh-huh.
I'm supposed to be a poor man. You
Yep.
have ruined my chances with Lisa. I will never forgive you.
Never forget.
And that's right. Sorry, there's a reference to that. I'll get back. It'll come up later on in the show as to why that's on the top of my mind. Hint as to one of our lists we're gonna be talking about.
So you get anything, Joe?
Oh yes, sir. Well, I wanted to show this puppy off because, as you know, I sent you a picture of it a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even get a chance to show it. I don't think, but maybe I did show it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Oh no, you sent the
But-
picture.
Yes, look at
Oh,
this little
awesome.
beauty. Oh man, she just stumbled upon. She found me. Let's put it that way. And it's in great condition. And if you're a fan of the show and you're a fan of Halloween, it's a must for any collection, man. You gotta get
Yeah,
it.
and like we were saying, Joe, it could be deceiving because the mask is up. So
Yeah, super cool, and it's rare. It's going for a pretty penny, so I like that factor. Well, getting into like my love for all things horror, NECA released another glow in the dark character, the Wolf Man. Firstly was the Mummy. Well, you figured the Mummy, and then Frankenstein is number 2, and then Wolfman was 3. So they did the Mummy, then the Wolfman, and then I'm waiting for Frankie now. So, and these are super fun, man. This is really good quality stuff. I like this stuff.
yeah, the carding on it's awesome.
Super fun, man. I had been avoiding this, and I wanted to redeem myself because of all the bad packaging that I was getting in the mail from all the recent bobblehead activity. So I went ahead and copped this at Michael's Horrors and Pins from the auction on Friday. So I went in today and picked it up. Y'all see this beautiful bastard?
Oh,
Y'all know
yeah.
him?
There you are.
Yeah, there you go. And this box, by the way, is perfect.
Mint.
Nothing fucking wrong with it because I was able to inspect it myself. So it was freaking great.
It's one of the bigger box bobbleheads too. It's like
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what makes it awesome. Super cool, man.
Yep.
And I know you're going to be covering this too, right, Pat? In your
Next week, yeah.
That's
This
right.
week I did the first 3 bobbleheads. Next week I'm going to do that and the other small little bobblehead, the solar one, in the plastic package. And then after that I'll make my way through all the 8,000 Royal Bobble releases.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I got
All at once.
one more item, which is for the honey, not for me, but it's part of the collection, if you will. She's been wanting this for a while, and we just could never find it in person. And we finally got our hands on it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's from Trick or Treat Studio. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
In perfect condition. At a local shop, a high school friend of mine. We graduated the same year, class of 2005. For all those in San Antonio, go check out Hocus Pocus. She's been doing a Halloween shop for many, many years. And I got this at that shop, and it's so good. Y'all go check out Hocus Pocus in San Antonio. Go, go, go.
Hocus Pocus. Cool.
Very cool.
Right. So that's all I got, gents.
Uh-oh.
Awesome. What do you have 2 of, Rob? Maybe the Stranger Things pop.
My brother a few weeks ago was out of town. I'm not a big patch guy, but he got me a handful of these patches.
Oh, cool.
You want patches? Nice.
Yeah, I picked up a few of those when I
That's
was at the
good.
Jersey Shore. I saw them at a bunch of the stores there.
Yeah, didn't you get this one? I thought I saw.
Oh, that one's
That
rad.
one, yeah, that one and the 2 before. Yep.
And this, me as well. I didn't have this yet from Michael's Horror Pins. Auction.
That is, they did real good packaging with that.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
like the
cool.
VHS box. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
And I didn't have this one yet, but one of the spirit stores had this, so I had to
The
put this.
countdown calendar. Yep.
Love
Yeah, but
that.
Pat, this would drive you. You know what the people did? They scratched it. They opened up the plastic so they could put it on a hook.
Oh,
I tried to find the least scratched one.
Oh, right.
you braggedy
Used an
bastards.
X-Acto knife or something.
Damn it.
Okay.
Bastards.
This
Those bastards.
from Jack's Attic.
Jack's Attic.
Oh, cool, dude.
Cool little advertisement, a Nichols Hardware advertisement.
Yeah, he's got some real cool ones. I got a few of them. I should show. He's
cool.
put a few real cool ones out.
He sent I'm sure you knew this because I had never ordered from before. He sends a real nice letter thanking you and everything.
Yes, he's real cool, real nice.
Yeah. Did you show the cards? Because I got them all. At least the newest ones.
Well, let's see what you got. Yeah, I showed them last week as they had come in, but what?
Oh, you did. You got them before me then. Okay. Yeah.
You got the bloody variant one with the bloody eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You did show these.
Mhm.
Pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
I like those little like tobacco style cards.
Yeah, and then I didn't have the older ones that he still had for sale, so like that one.
Right, the Loomis ones. Yep, the Loomis, and there's what's the other
Oh.
ones?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
With
Sorry.
the rabbit red on the back. Yeah.
Wascally Wabbit.
And then the Nichols Hardware one,
Mm-hmm.
and then the girls. This one, I love this one.
That's
so
awesome.
pretty.
Nice.
I wish he would. I wish Fright Rex would have contacted him and had him do the cards. He probably would have done a nicer job.
Yeah. I do have something.
Hint, hint, hint.
My Rodney Dangerfield. No offense.
No offense. Hey, hint, hint. Giving out free advice here, guys.
This is from Brett's Vault or from the Vault. I'll try to do this every week. I'm starting to get some
I gotta make you a nice little intro from the
Yep.
vault.
from the Vault. This is one of these McFarlane 3D posters, which I wish they'd made a Halloween one.
Holy
I've had this signed by
mother.
everybody from the original Elm Street since I've had it. So
Dude, that is
Oh,
amazing.
that's awesome.
yeah.
Michael will be like, Jimmy.
Well, I'm saving something next week that he'll probably be impressed with this. But yeah, I got to send this off to Beckett because I got all my proofs and everything for it. But
That's
these things, I bet you these things are probably worth some hefty money unsigned anyways.
that's
So-
one of
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite posters, man. Like, look at that. I love
There,
it.
oh, you got it back there,
Yeah, I can't believe that dude, that is
dude. You
amazing.
gotta get one of these if you can. Look them up and see. I don't know how much there really are, but yeah, you got a few people like John Saxon's on here. He's no
Yeah.
Oh, bro, man.
yeah.
That is
Kevin
killer, man.
Langenkamp. Yeah. Dude, these things are awesome. Like they made a Rocky one, so one's up downstairs in the Rocky room, of course.
The Rocky Room.
The Rocky room. But that's all I got. So yeah. Man,
Oh,
I'll take
that's
that every
all.
week. That's cool. I'm more than willing to. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I have stuff that's gonna arrive this week, but yeah, it's just I
So
popped
cool.
into Spirit the other day when I had a minute, and every time I look in now, I'm like, please don't have anything new. Please don't have anything new. Please don't have anything new because I don't want to buy any more stuff.
I don't like it because I didn't get that babysitter club blanket, and then I saw I think you or Chicago Boogeyman had. And I'm like, I gotta go get that now.
I had to get it, of course. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get it. What are you gonna do?
So yeah, my
So-
wife sees all of our stuff in the basement on the couch. And she's like, "How many Halloween blankets, throws? How many Halloween pillows do we need?" I'm like, "Just enough to put on the couch."
Never know. We might need them. We might.
When it
need
gets
them.
cold, we'll be well
Yeah.
prepared.
Well, I might need them if. things
Oh
go-
yeah. She's like, yeah, go sleep where all your blankets at. You got plenty of blankets down there.
Yeah, the cards. While I like the Fright Rags cards, yeah, if you guys want to go back, I did a spotlight on them. They were nice, but I think the ones that Jack makes they look a little bit more professional.
Yeah, he took some fonts and stuff from like other cards to make it
Yeah.
all Halloween theme, which was really cool. I thought.
Yeah, he does a nice job, and the prints he does are awesome and really affordable too,
Yeah, and he shipped right away,
and ships super fast. And it's yeah, shout out to Jack. He does some nice stuff. So, and he does other stuff too. It's not just Halloween stuff. So,
Did
That's
anybody
pretty
get
cool.
that Spirit Halloween, the pumpkin mug? I was wondering about that.
I was waiting for it to show up in the store because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to order another thing. Try to hide it from the wife. No.
Hey,
But,
what? There's this word.
Oh, there it is. So I drinking.
There it is.
Yep.
Got a drink.
But my
Yeah, go back
concern
to
was
real soon.
I'm just leery about it being packaged with that knife sticking out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see it easily becoming broke. Actually, I saw Chicago Boogeyman Brian. I saw he posted he got one. So I don't know, I should reach out to him if he bought it in store or if he ordered it. But,
Outside of the like, I'm trying to change the subject. The Toonie Terrors, did both of y'all get the H3 ones? Did y'all get those?
Not yet. Haven't.
no,
No?
not yet.
Do y'all have any other than the Michaels? Do y'all like the whole series of them, or just
No, I just have the Michael.
Just the Michael ones? Okay.
Yeah, the only one I have that I had that I don't have anymore. Oh no, the Toonie Terrors. I'm thinking you were saying Living Dead dolls because I got rid of the H2 Living Dead doll. I had the Rob Zombie one. I saw that. No, the Toonie Terrors one. I was gonna order them, but Michael said he was getting them.
Oh, okay.
So he said he had them on
Okay.
order. So I said, all right, I'll just get them from him.
I think
I
he
think
did
I've got
mention
the Hatchet one, Joe, other than the Michael Meyer ones.
that. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they're fun. I think they're for a low price. I think they're fun to collect, and NECA knows what they're doing in terms of keeping a steady stream of revenue coming in. So they know, and they're fun. I think if you had those in y'all's collection, you would love them. They're so fun and cute. They're so good.
They're cool.
So good. Yeah. Super.
Yeah, and like Rob said, I mean, everything I get from Spirit, a few times I've ordered, yeah, they do package everything pretty well. I'll give them that. But
Minus the bobblehead for
minus
Joe.
the bobblehead for Joe, I think Joe's just they just got his number or something.
I mean, I was gonna display them on the show, but I was like, fuck that. I was like, hey, look. It's the remnants of what should have been a nice package, you know.
Here's the crumbs of my bobblehead.
Yeah, this is fucking shitty. man.
Corners all pushed in, and then just
Like there was like a puncture mark in one of them. Like somebody took a knife and fucking stabbed it or some shit. I was like, what the fuck y'all doing, man? It's all
So
good.
we do have our agenda, and we do have. I haven't heard back from Gabriel. I sent him the link. I told him if he wanted to pop on in hour number 2, and we'll catch up with him because he said he bought a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff and he wanted to show off some of the cool stuff he had. So I said, sure, absolutely. So hopefully I'll hear from him, or I'll just see him pop up at I guess would be 5:00 his time.
yeah, Gabriel's kicking butt on his collection.
Yeah,
He's
so,
looking.
yeah,
he's
so I
killing-
said, sure,
killing.
come on, and you can show everything off. But we have our what do we have? I had our top 5 horror comedies.
Yep.
Yeah.
We do our movie review of House, which I'm sure Michael's going to hate missing.
Yeah.
Is it House this week? It is House, right?
It is House, my friend.
That's right. For some reason, I thought we did it last week. That's right. Last week was Slumber Party Massacre too. Yeah, House. And I watched it again the other night because I haven't watched it in a while, just to
Fun.
refresh my memory. Great movie.
Yeah.
And Scream Queen,
Yes. Versus
Jamie Lee
Val.
versus Nev.
Yeah, ooh, that's tough ones for sure. Ooh.
Put them up.
It's a little old school versus new school type vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. So why don't
Love
we
them both.
go? let's do our
Rob. Wait, look at what Rob put.
what's that? House
House
sucks.
sucks.
Oh man,
Oh,
I mean
really? Oh,
it's
wow,
I
that's great.
dated for its time, but I love it.
Not for me, dudes.
Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, man.
That's right. That's why
Fine
we
by me,
have.
man.
That's why we
That's
do
what
this.
this is
guy.
all about, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we still can't get Michael to like Age 3, so
Or
Well,
the
for-
other Carpenter films, if Michael's out there.
Well,
Or-
what we need to do is get him to watch more movies, and then we can. Oh, you haven't seen that? Oh, you haven't seen that? Oh shit! Oh, you haven't seen? Oh shit!
well, I would have thought he had seen They Live. That's why I was really surprised. Because
I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
Link,
Yeah.
Piper, and
That
you
I'm a little
talk about a
surprised.
movie that really is like present time. It's like, dang, the movie's 35
Yeah.
years old.
Seriously, and it's like, yeah, exactly. A lot of the things he was talking about is like stuff that's going on now.
It's like,
No
Big time.
shit. That's kind of creepy.
So let's do our top 5 horror comedies.
Let's go, man.
This was tough because there's a lot of them out there, and I had to really think. I'm like, what do I watch the most? What do I really have a fondness for? Whether it's nostalgia or, it's not a right or wrong. Which is a better made movie, better this. To me, I just said, I just went by. I'm like, let me just say the 5 that I like the most, without
And-
getting too crazy.
And in all fairness, too, some people might not think some are horror comedies or not, but this is just our preferences, our list.
Our preferences, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are not like it's not like laugh out loud comedies, but they're considered pseudo horror comedies. So for me, I'll start with my number 5, which came out within the last few years, and I absolutely love this movie from the first time I saw it. Happy Death Day.
Happy Death Day's good, bud.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I love that movie, man. When I first saw it, because I had no expectations, just look, because same thing. It's like I looked at the cover, and I'm like, yeah, figure something to watch. I watched that, and I went and told my wife. I said that was a fucking awesome movie, and we watched it the next night, and she really liked it too. She's like, that was entertaining. It was different.
Yeah. It opens the door to other people who are so close-minded about horror movies in general. I like that.
Right, and they really shit on part 2, but I thought part 2 was pretty good.
I liked it a lot. I
Yeah.
thought it's a great movie. I think it's very entertaining. That's the whole point of the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Keep you entertained. Yes.
Yeah,
So-
the creative direction went a little sideways, but it's still a good sequel.
Yeah, I thought it was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah, oh well.
Absolutely.
What do you got, Big Joe?
Let's see here. So I got so many. Man, this sucks, guys. All right, I have a 6. I have 6, but I'll do the honorable mention later. Number 5 for me is Vampire in Brooklyn, 1995. So Eddie Murphy.
Good movie, yeah.
That's the
Wes
whole. That's
Craven.
why I quoted "Coming to America" because Eddie Murphy he's a legend comedy wise, and people pan that movie, but I think it's so funny. It's so rich. For me, it's a really great movie. So Vampire in Brooklyn.
I haven't watched that in a while. It's been a minute. I got to watch that.
You never would have thought that was a Wes Craven film, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. That's
Mhm.
right. No, the other day I showed MB the People Under the Stairs. She had never seen it, and she really loved it. Which I'm sorry if it's on y'all's list. It's not on my list, but that's a really funny movie, fun horror comedy movie too by Wes Craven. Yeah.
And B just chimed in with hers. Top 5, no particular order. Look at her. You go, girl.
Oh, I did
Young
not know
Frankenstein, Beetlejuice, Freaky, Bloody
Well-
Hell, and Zombie. Look at her, man. She did homework and didn't even tell you.
What? Now
She
I
didn't
gotta
want
change
you.
my-
She didn't want you to copy her homework.
Now I
Joe,
gotta change
she's
my
got 2
list.
of mine. She's got 2 of
Yeah,
mine.
I gotta
Impressed.
change-
She's
I
got
got-
2 of mine too. They might be the same ones.
I gotta change my list now, man. Okay.
Yep, she has
great.
2 of
I
mine.
might take one off to make this fun.
Son of a bitch. Damn.
What you got there, Brady?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Return of the Living Dead. That's easily a horror comedy, like
That
we
was-
talked
oh,
about
yeah.
last week.
I actually have my short list. That was on my short list.
Just the stuff that happens from the beginning when they get the body, the corpse comes out of the locker when they had him locked up. Those few minutes are just priceless, and brains.
Such a good Tar Man is the best.
The music, yeah,
Yeah, man.
a lot of familiar faces from other movies, especially the actors from the Friday the 13th films.
Right.
That's right.
Great
Yeah,
movie,
Return of the
man.
Living Dead, number 5.
Fucking right.
Number 4 for me, fresh from the lovely Mary Beth's list, would be Zombieland.
Hey, that
That
movie is really fun.
Me and my son
Man.
could sit there and talk like friggin' just Zombieland for hours, just like all the different things, all the different like what you mean how the hell I can even be with you? You don't know who the hell Bill Murray is, We could just talk Zombieland for hours. We love Zombieland.
Absolutely.
That Bill Murray stuff's like the highlight of the movie for me. All that.
Oh, I remember when I first watched it, I'm like, dude, it's Bill Murray. And then he's like, dude, you just killed Bill Murray. And he just keeps coming back. He won't die.
Won't die.
And he's like, and anyway, and he just keeps coming back. And it's like, all right, die.
Love the
Great movie.
Love the Twinkies.
The Twinkies. He's got to have his Twinkie.
Got to have his Twinkie. Oh, my gosh.
And Emma Stone, I'll take her.
Oh, yeah.
Easy on the eyes.
Like your D voice.
Yeah. And, and the sequel has its moments, too. Another one that has.
Yeah, it was a decent sequel. Sure. I enjoyed it.
Double Tap was pretty good. I liked it. For sure.
What you got, Joe?
Oh, man. Oh, shit. See, she messed me up because I got my list and she jacked it up. I'm gonna go ahead and have to say I'm gonna deviate because I had a couple extra on my list here. I'm gonna go The Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Oh.
Yeah, man, super fun movie. I didn't know it was gonna take a turn the way it turned.
Really?
I thought it was just gonna be a regular horror movie.
Me too.
But when it turned, then you start seeing the inside, the inner workings of what they were trying to do. And then Sigourney Weaver at the end of the movie, who I just absolutely I love so much. The movie was just top notch.
Great
cast. Thor was in it. It's great, man. It's so good. You had some tots. You had some cool deaths. And then I liked how you had all those different creatures, at that one scene where all those different creatures were just annihilating everybody. It was amazing. It was just a great movie overall. Great horror comedy.
I'd like to go dig back into research of those films. You ever research like the backstory? Like that movie didn't come. It was made years before it came out.
Yes.
I think it was like 2 or 3 years before it finally came out.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Probably would help the actors get bigger notoriety later on for it. So
yeah, for sure. No, it's I could watch it right now and still feel so happy, and it's a good movie to watch. Super fun, super good.
Oh man, good stuff.
It's like a zombie movie with like, a bunch of shit. It's just got everything. It's got everything. Got a little piece of everything in it.
Oh, good stuff.
So good.
Well, number 4 for me. Have you guys seen the movie The Hunt? Came out just a couple years ago. It's pretty much like the horror version of Hunger Games, but I laugh. It came out during COVID. I've watched it a ton of times. Pat, have you seen The Hunt?
I started watching it, but I didn't finish it. I got to go back and finish it.
Oh, go back. That's another one that's got a decent cast of people. In it.
The Hunt.
Once you start realizing what's going on in that movie too.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it. A friend of mine had told me about it a while back, and then I started watching it, and then I got distracted. I'm like, I got to go back and finish watching it. So I'll start from the beginning and watch it.
Yeah, so The Hunt.
Cool. Now my number 3, fresh pluckily from the lovely Mary Bet's list, would be Young Frankenstein.
Oh, classic.
Gotta love it. Fabruka.
Gene Wilder, the man. The
Gene
man.
Wilder's awesome.
What brain was this? Abby Normal.
Abnormal fool.
That movie just start to finish, man. And I'll tell you a funny story. It was hysterical. Every year on Easter when I was a kid, we used to go to my Italian aunt, my Aunt Rosie, my Uncle Danny's house, and their daughter, my cousin, married this guy. And when we first saw him, real nice guy. They're still married today, but he had like a head of hair. Come to find out, it was a rug. So next time we saw them, he didn't have it on. And I'm looking at my father, and it was my father he loved Mel Brooks movies, loved Young Frankenstein. We're both looking, and I look at my dad, and he goes, "Putting on the Ritz." And I had soda coming out of my nose. I was laughing so fucking hard. I'm like, oh my God, he looks just like Peter Boyle in fucking Young Frankenstein.
Dude.
It was just, and every time we see him, we just sit there and go, "Put on the Ritz."
Great.
I love him in Taxi too, man. Or Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver, yeah.
Taxi Driver.
Well, it was like one of the funniest people on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
He was the father.
The dad.
It was classic.
Yep.
Yeah, he's passed now, right? Yeah.
He's gone.
Rest
Yeah,
in
he's
peace,
passed on, man.
Rest in peace, man. It's iconic, man. Good movie, man. Yeah. All right. My turn, I guess. All right. Since she messed up my list, we're on number 3 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm good now with my top 3. Number 3 for me is going to be that movie Freaky, 2020. There's the one
Vince
with Vince Vaughn, and that
didn't see
one
that.
girl. Yep, y'all have never seen Freaky?
No, I didn't
Oh,
see Freaky.
check it out. It's fun.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's
gonna write it
well,
down.
I guess Vince Vaughn is a serial killer. And somehow he comes into contact with a dagger that has like special powers. And he, I guess when he uses it, him and this young lady, they swap. It's kind of like a
Vice versa.
Like a Freaky Friday.
like Freaky Friday, but like a horror version.
Like
And
father, like son.
yeah, and it's really fun, dude. You would love it, Patring. You would love
I'll
it.
definitely check it out. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
man.
I'll definitely look at that.
The best kill has a tie into Ferris Bueller. That's all I'll say. The best kill in
Oh,
my
that's gonna be
opinion. So
interesting.
I'll leave that alone and let you kind of watch it for yourself. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, probably Michael Keaton's best performance, arguably for me, is Beetlejuice. It's just
Beetlejuice.
uh,
Dude, I wrestled with not having that on my list, man. I was like, oh, we should have did top 6.
dude, Tim Burton, and talk about Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, and Catherine O'Hara. The list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Winona Ryder, but Michael Keaton that was when he does the, he grabs his nuts. That whole thing when I was a kid, he used to do that all the time. He got in trouble all the time. Nice fucking model.
Nice fucking model. And there's another family story I could tell you. This goes to show you how fucked up my family is. Same thing. My grandmother's sister. She obviously they're all passed on, but every time we saw her, like we'd always forget her name because we didn't see her that often. They lived down in Virginia, which isn't that far, but as they got older, you don't see people as much because they can't visit, and you didn't go down there. But she looked just like Juno, the caseworker. So every time we'd see her,
No.
we're like, oh, look, it's Juno, the caseworker. She looks just like, I'm talking the spitting image of her.
The one with
With
the
the stoma. Yep. So like even when we talk about it now, like looking through old pictures, my wife would be like, sorry, I mentioned the wife.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Dude,
I drink with you.
And she'd be like, oh, she'd be like talking about like my grandmother. She's like, your grandmother's sister, Juno, the caseworker. we just that's all she's known as is Juno, the caseworker.
Dude, that movie
I will
so
say
good.
Spirit did well with Beetlejuice stuff this year.
Yes.
Oh,
They got if like that light up sign, I would buy that at 50% off.
I almost bought that. I was like,
Yes.
I'd love to put that in the garage, right where my desk in the garage is, where I have my cigar. I'm like, how fucking cool. Same thing. If I get that at a discount, I'd definitely buy it.
That and Hocus Pocus, man, they really amped up, man. They got a lot of good stuff for those movies.
Mm-hmm.
I probably see some of that next week with that Horror Hound has that reunion next week there. So
Mm-hmm.
all those people probably getting a lot of that stuff signed.
Dude,
My
no-
number two is a comedy. And it basically, like I said, it reinvigorated and brought back the slasher movie, the first Scream.
I thought you were going to say Scary Movie, thank God.
I thought you were gonna say scary fucking movie.
I thought about that, but I was like, they're good. But I was trying to think of movies that I really love. And I'm like, that's a great movie. It's on, you laugh. But I'm like, to me, that's like, that's not one of my favorite films by no means. But the original Scream, man, the whole premise of them basically living out what happens in the horror movies and all the cliches and how they did all that. Like the best part, one of my favorite parts is with Matthew Lillard. Anybody want a beer? I'll be right back. I mean, there's comedy all over that. It's just great movie. The original Scream. I mean, all the other ones, I'd like most of them, some better than the other, but the first one you can't deny.
The homage to Halloween is just awesome.
And which is just, I mean, I remember sitting in the theater vividly and all the homages to, I'm like, oh my God, this is like freaking unbelievable. And I forget who I was, oh God, I have to remember who I was with. I remember going and calling a friend of mine and we were talking and oh God. He said something funny at the time, like he's just like, "Oh man, you should have seen all the references to Halloween." Pat was like coming in his pants during the movie.
Oh Jesus Christ! He's God. Made a mess in his pants.
I'm like, damn. Well, I go, was I that gaga over it?
Were you eating a glazed donut? What the hell's going on? Dropped it in your lap? What the fuck?
Because like, what movie would have
some of that glaze on there?
Yeah, that's right.
no movie had that much Halloween stuff in it ever. So it was just like, wow. And you got to remember, '96. I mean, Halloween. You had Halloween 6. You had they were still around with the Halloween movies, but it really wasn't as popular. Nowhere near the popularity it is now. So it was just like
Started
cool
the
to see
internet
that.
getting in there.
Yeah.
More accessibility to shit. Yeah, for sure.
And they
That's
just
my
ran-
that's my two.
Didn't they just wrap filming of the new one? I think I read somewhere today too.
Oh, the new Scream?
Scream 6, I think so. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Joe.
No, it's okay. No, it's great. No, I'm still kind of shocked by his choice, but we're gonna move on.
I aim to please.
Hey, Brett. Hey, Brady Crocker's face. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. No, I'm just playing.
I got it with you.
Yeah, you know, yeah. Number 2 for me is classic. I showed MB this movie the other day, and she liked it, and I'm sticking with it. Shaun of the Dead, back in 2004. I love it. Hey, you got some ink? You got some red ink on you? I love it. Love everything about that movie, man. That's comedy.
Good movie.
You want comedy? You want to go to Winchester? We can go to Winchester. You want whatever you want. That movie's giving it to you. It's real funny. I love it.
What's the other one? Oh, Hot Fuzz. I got to watch that again because I really like Hot Fuzz too.
Hot Fuzz is awesome. And then the World's End.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
That one's do you like it? It's where he's kind of like a bum, and he's trying to relive the glory days by doing all like this pub run.
That's right.
Yeah, and in doing so, he discovers something epic, and the movie just does a twist. It turns it up a notch. So it's really good. The Cornetto trilogy, those are like top notch for me, man. So,
Fun movies, maybe.
That's right. The one that started it all was Shaun of the Dead. Yeah,
very good.
That's right.
Number 2, I call it a comedy. Some other people do. Some people might not. Christian Bale, American Psycho, man.
Oh, that's a comedy.
Oh, that's
top
a
to
comedy.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, same thing with Scream. A lot of people argue, well, that wasn't a comedy. I'm like, no, watch that
Yeah.
Scream. It's a fucking comedy. Sorry.
You throwing a chainsaw down a stairwell to hit it.
That was great.
Yes.
Oh, I just watched that not that long ago. And
watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Come on.
Try to get a reservation at Dorsia now, you dumb bastard. Oh, dude, that movie is so good.
Dude, the business cards thing too. Oh
Yes.
God. Oh God. But yeah, Christian Bale, man, I appreciate his work. Even when he goes nuts on the Terminator set, I don't care.
Yeah, I like it when he's explaining that song right before he fucking axes Jared Leto to death. That whole scene to me is just a masterful scene, man. When he starts talking about what song is that? The Huey Lewis song.
Hip to be square, right?
Yeah,
no?
hip to be square.
He goes into that whole monologue of the song and the background while he's getting everything ready, and then he just fucking hits him with dude, that scene is just so iconic for me, man. I love that movie so much. Everyone else I show it to hates it, but I love that movie, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's I don't think I liked it at first. It was one that grew on me later. More and more.
For sure. Now, just curious, how do you feel like the ending? What do you think actually happened? Like, I want to get your perspective. Like, because remember, he's talking to everybody, he's telling everybody he did all this stuff, and nobody believes him. You get what I'm saying? Like, do you think this was all this in his head? Do you think it actually happened and it was cover up? What do you think? I
get the impression it's in his head, but I haven't read the book. I guess the book goes in a little bit more perspective with that. I don't know if you guys have read the book or not. Take the time to read the book, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think personally, I think it was all in his head, that everything that was transpiring was happening up here and it never actually took place. I think
never did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Thus,
that's the one to bet on.
Yeah, I think. But so good. But I love a movie that makes you have to think about it all these years later. So I love it. So good.
Before I reveal my number 1, I just got an instant message from Gabriel. Unfortunately, he had to run out, so he will not be with us tonight.
Oh, boo.
So, but he said he'll be on next week. He said happy Labor Day, everybody, and he'll jump on with us next week to give us an update. So, I'm slow with it this week. Yeah, I had to take a minute to think about it.
Yeah.
It's not The Price is Right. Stop it. One of my neighbors just.
That's awesome.
You left a block party to watch The Price is Right?
Dude. You know what? I have a whole newfound respect. I have a whole no level of respect for you, my friend. You left the party to be with us. That's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Guys, I'm not going to change the stuff on it. I'm going to go back out there in a little bit here. So if I cut short, I apologize, but thank you.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. We'll move through quick. We're already in 10 after 8 my time, which is we're already over an hour in. So, so my number 1, which You know, it was not controversial. It was a big fucking flop when it came out, and over the years, it's nothing but cult status. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I watch it all the time. I love the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack in my car. I'm going to see it in the theater by me. They're doing a special showing of it in 2 weeks. None other than the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
Good stuff, man.
nice choice, man.
Love that
Nice.
movie, man. Top to bottom, one of my favorite movies. And they're doing, and I just saw it advertised on Facebook that the theater in the next town over from me is showing it. I think there's 2 Saturdays from now, and they're doing the whole thing with the popcorn, and they're going to give all your shit out, and you can do the whole
People dancing
experience,
out.
the whole experience. So I'm like, oh, I definitely got to go to that. I saw it on Broadway years ago. It was freaking awesome. Joan Jett was Magenta. It was awesome.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's
Cat-
crazy, dude.
That is my wife's favorite movie, actually. That
Is
and
it?
Tide. Those are her
You,
two
ma-
favorite
you,
movies.
you married well then.
Yeah,
It's a good woman.
she's mad at me because obviously the time before I went to Monster Mania, he was there, and
Tim
I'm a
Curry?
big fan of the Clue movie. I didn't get anything Rocky Horror,
Love the Clue. Another
Clue movie is
fantastic
awesome. Great.
so
movie.
I got my Clue poster signed. She's like, "You didn't get anything Rocky Horror?" I'm like, "Nah, not for $100+ or whatever he was. He was expensive."
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
great live. My wife, she got it for me. Got me tickets for Christmas one year on Broadway, and it was in the round, and it was just friggin' phenomenal. And they all came out, and you got to see everybody, and it was unbelievable.
That's awesome,
It was
man.
freaking
That's
awesome.
that's a good number one. It deserves that spot. It does.
Sorry.
That's
And
the-
on another note, did you see they're redoing Clue? They're doing a remake.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's in it. I just know
Oh, who the hell did they say was going to be the butler? They just said it too.
my
And it was
brother.
actually it was a
always
good
tells
choice
me the
too.
story. Do you Pat, maybe you remember this? I don't because I was way too young, and maybe Joe researches they do 3 different endings, but at the theater they did them all separately.
They did them separately. You didn't know what ending you were going to see at what theater.
Yeah, Deborah
Also,
Hill produced, by the way, too. Deborah Hill.
Yes.
produced.
as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
that's right. Damn.
And what a cast! What a friggin' cast in Clue. I mean,
Great.
Christopher Lloyd,
Martin Mull.
Martin Mull, Madeline Kahn.
That movie doesn't get the love it deserves, though, man.
No,
For
it
real.
doesn't.
It does
It
not get
doesn't.
the love it deserves.
Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Michael McKean.
Not
Michael McKean.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a unbelievable. And what the hell's her name? The maid.
Colleen Camp.
Yeah.
Colleen Camp. Yep. What I mean, that movie. And for those who were, for me, when I first saw it in the theater, because remember there was no internet back then. I was in high school, so it was I was a skateboarder, so I love my punk rock. And who was playing? Excuse me. Who was playing Mr. Body? None other than Lee Ving, the singer for the punk band Fear.
Oh, that's who that is?
That's who the Mr. Body is. Lee Ving. He's the singer for. Look up the band Fear. If you ever heard of any punk rock bands, and I'm like, is that Lee Ving? I'm like, no. And wait to the credits at the end. I'm like, holy shit, that's freaking Lee Ving.
I've never heard it. I'm going to go check them out tonight.
Go watch. If you ever got an hour and a half time, you want to see something really cool, go watch The Decline of Western Civilization.
Is that
It's
a documentary?
Documentary on the late 70s LA punk scene.
Got it.
And Fear's in that. The Germs are in there. Black
You write that down.
Flag. And if you're interested in that, and it's funny because they're all just a train wreck. And Fear used to provoke the fuck out of everybody. So there'd be nothing but fights at this show. Fear was the band hosting. They were the guest band on Saturday Night Live when Donald Pleasance hosted it on Halloween in '81.
Damn.
And they did a set, and people were slam dancing, and it was just out of control. And if you ever watch it, you can watch it on YouTube. They cut the band short and went to commercial because it was just complete mayhem, and they were banned from ever coming back again. And the reason they were on is because John Belushi was a diehard punk rock fan,
Right.
so he got them on the show.
No shit.
Oh, on a side note, I don't know if we discussed this or if you guys, I can't remember. I watched the Guar documentary, and I'm not.
I gotta watch
I
that.
respect them. Watch that if you haven't seen that.
I got to, man. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it. I got to find time to watch it.
You guys
They
make
used
me
to come
make a
to
list.
Halloween. Chicago was their spot for Halloween night, and I always wanted to see them too. But, anyways, I'm sorry.
But
Where were
sorry,
we at?
deviate. We went on my Clue tangent. I'm sorry about that. But it all tied in together because it did lead back to Donald Pleasance hosting Saturday Night Live.
And Howard Hessman,
Right.
Halloween 2, he's in there. No, just kidding.
Howard Hessman.
Sorry.
You talking
That's
about
right.
this is Gore?
Yeah.
That's the documentary.
I've had so many
On
people tell me
Shudder, I
about
believe.
that, how great that documentary is. I got to go watch it.
Yeah, I'm making a list here, you guys. You guys are really screwing me over here. I gotta look up Fear. There's a Gore documentary, the decline of Western civilization. I got it. I'm good. I'm good now. We're good.
You can, if you don't have Shudder, Joe, you can find a lot of stuff on Shudder that yeah, it's pretty cheap to get that for like a month or two.
Yeah, Shudder's
no,
not
I-
bad.
Even have a free month
Actually-
coupon code.
Yeah, I have Shudder, and I just found out I didn't have the capability before. You can now cast to your TV and stuff now. Before you couldn't, but now you can. It allowed me
kidding.
to. Yeah, it allowed me to cast to actually, because I rewatched House in preparation for this on Shudder. House 1, 2, and 3 are on there.
House is on Tubi.
Yeah,
That's where I
Tubi,
watched
it's,
it.
but it's on Shudder too, all three of them.
That-
So yeah, I love Shudder, dude. You get into some like weird shit, like weird movies, man. I've watched some shit on there, like what the fuck is
Oh,
this?
I got it.
Well-
I had it during COVID when they were giving it away for free for like a month or two. So I tried it, and I liked it. And then I purchased it. Then after a while they didn't really change the movies, so I got rid of it. And then when they came out with the Creep Show,
Yes. Good.
then I
Yep.
got it again. I'm like, I want to watch that.
Well, don't you watch the show, the real life, the Cursed Films show? That's a great
Yes,
show.
Yeah.
that is really good. I did.
Yeah.
That's true. I did watch all those. Those are awesome. And my wife actually
Yeah.
watched them with me too because she likes that shit.
Yeah, my wife she wanted to watch the full one because of Brandon Lee. That's another one of her movies.
My bad.
Hey, did you say that any of those documentaries y'all mentioned are on Shudder?
It's like a show. It's like at season 2, the Cursed Films.
It's called Cursed Films. So they did like
okay.
Poltergeist, all the crazy shit that happened at Poltergeist.
Oh
They
yeah,
did The
yeah.
Exorcist.
Oh, I know what you're
Like
talking
shit that
about.
happened during the filming, or like
Yeah,
superstitions around the movies and stuff. It's really good.
but y'all had meant. Did you say the Gore documentary was on there?
Yeah, I thought it was on Shudder when I saw it.
Is
I
it?
believe it's on
Oh.
Shudder.
Oh, dude, I'm on it already. Thanks. No, that's what I'm gonna look
Yeah,
it up
that's
right now.
that's definitely good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the decline of Western civilization. Like I said, if you're into like that type of like LA punk stuff, it's just cool to watch all these people because they're complete train wrecks and they're all fucked up. And then after that, go watch the decline of Western civilization Part 2, the metal years. So then they show all the glam bands that were trying to get signed in the 80s. It was really good. Gene Simmons is in it and Paul Stanley from Kiss. It's
yeah.
interesting.
I'm checking that out. I'm gonna watch this first because I have it on this platform.
I might
I'm gonna
actually
check this
watch
out
that
first,
tonight.
and then we're gonna cover that one. I'm excited,
watch
guys.
that.
I love new
It's on there.
content.
Good. I was afraid that they took it off, but yeah, I'm glad you found it on there.
Scum dogs unite. Yeah.
Now,
So
did
I
you
went off.
watch- Oh,
I
sorry.
went off I went off my tangent, so I'm going to let Joe tell his. There it is, JoJo, that guy right there, his number one.
Oh man. So this movie is so fun. It's I just gotta say it, and y'all will know. Evil Dead 2 all day, twice on Sunday.
I forgot that. Damn it.
It is you can
I
put it
forgot
up
it
to
too.
any. You can put Rocky Horror up against this movie. It belongs in the upper echelon of horror comedy films. Bruce Campbell, iconic. The movie didn't take itself too serious. It was so gory, fun, just overall entertainment at its best. So that's my number one spot, man. Evil Dead 2.
Good choice, man. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
And
man.
Army of Darkness is great too. They're both.
Oh, love Army of Darkness, man. And you know, Evil Dead 2 has a lot of fun collectible items too. A lot of fun rare stuff. You know, the Deadites and all that fun shit. Super cool. Super
Good
cool.
stuff.
Cool.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
My number one, pretty popular one called Ghostbusters. Sorry.
Oh, flip mode, dude.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about Ghostbusters.
I completely
man.
forgot about it.
It
Whoa.
might not have been on my number one until this last Ghostbusters movie came out, because that last Ghostbusters movie was just awesome. They did such a great job.
They really did. I was leery about it. I'm like, is it going to be like as shitty as the other Ghostbusters they did with the girls?
Mhm.
But that was really good. They really did a
Great,
nice
great
job.
people in that. Bill Murray, Harold Ramis.
Hmm
I just passed Harold Ramis's old house not too long ago. So
Yeah,
looks
I mean,
like-
Ghostbusters. I remember seeing that, of course, dating myself again. I saw that in the theater, man, and we walked down there. That was awesome. What a great
Sigourney
movie for the
Weaver, Rick
time.
Moranis.
Hey, did y'all tear up a little bit when you saw like the ghost version of him of Egon?
Oh,
Tell me.
I did.
I got emotional, bro.
Yeah, I
got
did,
emotional,
man.
bro.
I loved Harold Ramis. One of my favorite movies is what Brett and I kept talking about was Stripes.
Stripes, man.
See, I've always kind of been a pacifist. See, my father said, never hit a man in anger unless you're absolutely sure you can get away with it.
Yeah, tell me if I'm wrong.
I tell everybody that story, and they look at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, come on. How do you not know Stripes?
By the
Oh,
way,
my
you're
God.
saying it. I think you agree with me. I think he's as good as Bill Murray in that movie. I think.
Oh,
easily.
Of course.
Oh,
Absolutely.
easily.
If not more, in my opinion, if not more, because he's the tone of the movie, in my opinion. He's the tone. He is kind of the constant. I love him so much in that movie.
John Larroquette's just God, he's just plays a great jerk.
Wish I was a loofah. Yeah, John. Just the
Grenade!
Grenade. What's up? Action. Here, Sergeant, dispose of this. Grenade. I like when
love
he's
the
the scene where he's like with the girl. He brings the girl. He's like, "What the fuck is my truck?"
You get good to hear PJ Sills talk about making that movie. When she did her Q&A panel flashback, she was talking. Yeah, Bill Murray wasn't the easiest to work with. I'm like, well, that's kind of known. So
That's well known. Yeah.
he's like, you know what? When you're on camera with him, it's fine. But when the camera was off, you just didn't know what bill you were getting. I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Good choice, man. I didn't even think of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's funny how he's been mentioned multiple times on this list. Zombieland and Ghostbusters, and
yeah.
I gotta love him.
He's a mainstay, man. He's a
And
mainstay.
you know what? You say something with Bill Murray. My favorite movie with him is probably Kingpin, just because I think he's the biggest jerk.
Oh, he's great.
I got to show MB that movie. I was like, let's watch Kingpin. She's like, it's about bowling. I don't want to watch. So we watched it. She was dying laughing.
Top 5 movie for me,
dude.
Yep.
I love Kingpin with all of my heart, bro.
Big Earn McCracken.
Big Earn McCracken.
That's right.
Didn't I tell you? Not to call me that.
Earn.
So since then, where have you been? Well, there were the '80s, and then there's a lot of drinking. Yeah, it's just like, so you were drinking a lot. Well, are you buying?
That's right. And I know that's past me. That's past me. No, why?
There's,
man?
yeah, are you buying? There's a specific set of movies that I insisted my son be educated in, and that was one of them. And I showed it to him. He's like, it's about the same thing, like bowling. I'm like, just hear me out.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate it. And he watched it. He was like, that was hysterical, Dad.
Yeah, the Fairley brothers, man. Like they did something about Mary, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. They were on a roll for a while.
Yeah, they had just these series.
Something about
movies.
Irene.
Yeah. Me, myself, and
myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
Good
Dude.
Yeah, great movie.
Dude, fucking Kingpin is like when she goes to get the beer from the fridge. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, Miss Claudia, I'll get it." And he's got the titty rings.
We always one of my high school buddies that we always go to, whether it's the Bears games or Cubs games. Whenever we're always like people watching in the stands, whenever we see guys like that aren't in the greatest of shapes, of course. Well, I'm not either, but besides the point, we like the line that Randy Quaid says. Remember, he's like, "Wow, it's amazing being around the presence of so many fine athletes." You guys are
all these fat guys.
So we say that all the time.
Oh, hey, but I love it when they're like, "Where's Ishmael?" They find him at the strip bar, at the strip club. Someone is shaking it.
You told me how you quoted the scriptures and how you got Miss Claudia to stop being such a whore that she is.
That she is. We don't have a cow. We have a bull.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
You know what they say in the Bible.
It's against it.
After we saw that movie for the longest time, every time like I'd be driving past my friends, we'd be like,
Oh,
yeah.
You know who that is, right? You know who that is. Yeah. Yes.
See,
Yes.
we were talking about Lynn Shay. Everything
Yeah.
that. Oh, did we lose? Oh, that's the first movie I think of with her. Other people will probably think of other movies, but that's,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. She. I mean, think about it. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street. She was in Insidious.
She's been around a minute, man.
everywhere.
Rock City.
Yes.
Detroit Rock City. That's
Dude.
right.
Oh, she is so good. But that movie, she's like, "Oh, you stop it! It wasn't that bad."
Wasn't
And
that
he's,
bad.
he's hugging the toilet.
What is it about sex that makes me want to crap?
Oh my! Hey, but she
I
had
just
like
love he
what?
throws the hot water, the coffee at the guy's face again.
Yeah, she had like emphysema, COPD. She couldn't breathe.
Oh,
You brought no good floor flushing, and it was like, he's like, we can work this out. There's got to be some way I can pay it off. And she's like,
Such a class. Oh, and I love the best is the bowl off at the end, and the longer the bowling's going on, the more fucking Bill Murray's hair's all fucking
Oh,
sticking
God,
up
yeah.
and shit.
he had that one strand. He's like, yeah, yeah.
I was
Oh.
when I bowled in leagues in high school, we bowled for fun, my buddies and I always wanted to find that ball.
Oh, the rose.
Oh, the rose, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Instead, I got a Sugar Ray Leonard boxing glove one, which is funny with a glove in the inside.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh God, that's good. That's one of my top 5 though, guys. That Kingpin's awesome.
Way to go,
Oh.
Luther. Like, I don't
Well,
know what that means.
We
Yeah.
could go down one day. We should do a list of our favorite Bill Murray movies, man. Because one of my favorites, hands down, is freaking Groundhog Day. I love that movie.
all day.
Yeah, Pat, when you're ever in this area, it's shot right over by me. So I'm 15 minutes away.
Wow,
Woodstock's
I-
right there.
Dude.
what a great movie, man. Oh, I watch that movie every time it's on. I got to sit and watch that movie.
And Scrooge, Scrooge is classic.
Oh,
It's great and Scrooged.
so good.
Yeah,
So
we
good.
have to do that. We have to do a list of Bill Murray movies. That'd be pretty fun to
Maybe
do.
top. Michael was saying in the message he wanted to do comics. I bet you he could do that list. I would think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
he
sure.
could. Yeah. What's that? He loves Ace Ventura. So I think he's into all that, like Dumb and Dumber and all that. I think he gets all that.
Yeah, definitely.
Comedies and stuff. But no,
Cool.
I just a Bill Murray tie-in. I have these I think they're Hasbro plasma series of all the Ghostbusters. So they got
cool.
they got 3 series out right now. The regular ones, which is the old Ghostbusters. Series 2 is from the new movie, and so it's like they're older now, and then the younger kids. And then the 3rd series is the ones where they got slime all over them. So I have the first 2 series. The 3rd one I haven't got yet. I have the Ecto 1 from that series. So yeah, the Bill Murray figures are my favorite, man. You should check those out if you're a big Bill Murray fan.
Those are nice figures. Yeah.
Yeah, they're super good. They're about $30 a pop. So if you're trying to get the whole set, it's going to run you about $150. Well, thank you for here. But they're really good, man. I love those. Thank you, honey.
I think I'm gonna check out here just so I gotta bring some stuff back to the
8:25 p.m. Oh yeah, Rob, you're on the East Coast, right? So, do you want to do a quick review of House so you can get out?
Oh yeah, quick review of House. Absolutely.
I mean, like the Jamie Lee Curtis thing. If you don't make it, if you can't hang for it, I mean, unless you want to, we can fit it in. We can fit everything in quickly. It's entirely up to you. But
we'll do the House thing just because the movie. I probably would have put that on my list too, but I wanted to separate.
Well, you know what? We can do the House, and then me and Pat, we can do the verses and see how that vibes, and then maybe we can use it for future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, see how it works out.
I could just make some comments after the fact on our video or something like that. Maybe I could just do that.
all right, so let's do our review, our movie spotlight, which is House.
This is a house where no one should live.
Woman lived here before you was nuts. Wouldn't be surprised if someone just got fed up and offed her.
She was my aunt.
Heart of gold, though.
Roger Cobb has come here alone.
Daddy?
But no one is ever alone in the house.
This house knows everything about you. Leave while you can.
No!
It has been waiting for him.
Hi.
Sandy.
Now, it wants you. Horror has found a new home. House. Enter at your own risk.
That's a good
Good.
scene.
I love that scene. That's why I'm like, I got to put that in there. So
Great
I'll
stuff.
start. Great movie. And what's cool about it, especially for all you Friday the 13th fans, it's who produced it.
Cunningham.
Sean S. Cunningham produced it. Harry Manfredini did the soundtrack.
That's right.
And
Steve Miner.
Steve
Directed
Miner
it.
directed it. So
right.
it's got all that the Friday nostalgia around it. And I had forgotten all of that. I knew it, but then when I rewatched it this week, I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot that it was all those guys that did this." And actually, in the very beginning, William Catt, the actor, Greatest American Hero.
Yeah.
If you notice, which I didn't take notice until this time because I had just been watching Friday the 13th Part 3 not that long ago on Pluto because they always have like the marathons on Pluto. The guy that plays his agent is the guy in the beginning of Part 3 that's part owner of that little store.
Yeah, he eats all the time.
Yeah.
That's like constantly eating everything in the fucking store. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I never realized that. I didn't realize it was him. I forget what his name is, but I was like, wow, it's him.
You know, another Friday 13th, the one cop is the one from Jason Goes to Hell, the African-American fellow.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's right. The black guy. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, not as to bore and go on too long, because this way Brett could get back to his party before he gets flogged from the wife. Yes, I said wife, but this time it's his wife, not mine.
That's right. He said the W word. Oh.
You know, I was just thinking, oh my God.
Nobody says the W word.
The guy that was giving him the house back, that's the guy who was in Ghostbusters, actually. Remember, he managed the hotel. I was like, oh, God.
That's right. That's
true.
That's
yes.
right.
We actually shoots the dart near him.
And I'll tell you, it was funny because at the time when it came out, I remember going to see it in the theater. And I knew William Catt from Carrie. And at the time, he had just done The Greatest American Hero. So I
Might
remember
have been done
watching.
by then, right? Or no?
I think it was just about over at that point. It didn't last that long. I remember watching it. I used to love watching that on TV.
It's the TV
Sorry, I'm old, people. I was of age to watch that in the 80s. And George Wendt was still popular on Cheers. He was on Cheers. So I was like, wow, I can't believe freaking Norm is going to be in the movie, because I didn't recall him being in anything before that. Because, I don't remember being in any other movie before this. So I was all excited to see that. And who was the villain but Richard Mole, which is from Night Court, which was popular at the time too. It was Bull.
He was in Scary Movie 2. Remember, he was the ghost, whatever that guy was. In the wheelchair, he was racing on the wheelchair. Rah! Whatever the hell that shitty movie. All right, sorry.
I wish he would do a convention. He doesn't done a convention. I would think he would do a convention.
That's true. I'm surprised they haven't plugged him for conventions. He would do well. Yeah, he's been around. He's done a lot of stuff, and
he's old.
Just for Night Court alone, he's got to be up there.
70s, I'm guessing.
He's up
I'm
there.
gonna actually look just for, because I had the page up just in case I needed it. And he's no. I knew he was older. I had no clue. He's 79.
Oh,
I'm glad.
He'll be 80 next year. Holy
Damn.
shit! I didn't think he was that old. I figured maybe he was in his early 70s. But wow, God bless you, dude.
I'm glad you picked that part, Pat, where he says, George Wendt's like, a lady lived here. She was nuts. It was my aunt. Heart of gold, though.
Heart of gold, though.
Yeah, he changed it up real quick.
Norm had that deadpan that he could just like, heart of gold, though.
And then he's like, can I get your signature?
And then what was it? The second one had Cliff in it, the second house, which it wasn't as good, but.
So great movie. I thought it was a great storyline. I like how it is comedy, but it also has that serious side that they stole, that Richard Mole stole his son, know, because and the seriousness of him being in Vietnam and his friend, he left him. That didn't intentionally leave him. It was trying to go get help, but it didn't work. He just wanted to put him out of his misery, and then he just got tortured. And the fact that he came back and that stole his son, I mean, it had a real seriousness to it, even though it was supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
But all the silly shit that was happening, with the hot lady that came over with the kid, and the hand from that fucking beast is on the kid's back, and he's chasing them around and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So funny. He was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's just all around fun movie. I think it's a fun watch. To me, it's got rewatchability because you can watch it and still have a good time with it. So and even part 2, it wasn't as good as part 1, but it was okay for a sequel.
That one was probably even more of a comedy than this one.
That was more comedy than
Yeah.
yeah. I think they played more on the comedy aspect because I think this did well, more so for the comedy than the horror aspect of it. So, I would give it. I'd give it a solid 7.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty high score.
Yeah, I'd give it a
horror
7.
comedy. Nice, man. Now, because we didn't put it in our okay, did you not put it in the list because we were covering it? You get what I'm saying?
That's what I did, Joe. I probably would have had
Yes.
it as one of my later ones.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of the series, but it would be in my top 10, but not my top 5. And my favorite character, which I don't think they've made an actual figure of, is Big Ben. That like the army, where he's all torn up and all.
When he was
that.
all torn up and like the skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton. Like I don't know if y'all remember Power Rangers. There was a character, I can't remember what season, it looked just like that. He was all bones, skeleton bones with a bone sword. So as a kid, I remember watching Power Rangers, seeing that character, and it reminded me of Big Ben. So now he was my favorite part of the movie. Super funny, good. I rewatched it, and it was kind of in the beginning was kind of slow paced, and then it started picking up steam. And it was fun. I like how the lady just dumped the kid in his lap. She just showed up and she's like, here's his stuff, here's all this shit. And he's like, and then she gives him a fat ass kiss. And I'm just like, whoa, you're just leaving him you're a good looking man. He's going to love you. You're good.
I was kind of upset that he didn't get anything. Sorry, I got to say that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, I'm there with you too. We're men. Yeah, definitely.
Where's the payback? You know what I'm saying?
And she was easy on the eyes, especially when she was walking away.
Oh,
I can tell when a man wants to work. I can tell when a man wants to play. That's one of the lines.
That's what she said.
That's right.
Is that the part where he's kicking the bodies in the bag?
Oh, yeah, the hand kept stepping on the hand, and then he cut it all up into pieces.
That's
I guess she could just swim whenever she wants in his pool. That was just...
The dog.
I'd be like, help yourself.
The dog undug he dug up the hand and he ran off with it. Like, so good. That's the scene before the kid shows up.
Before it shows up on the kid's back.
That's right. That's overall a good movie. 7 is kind of high for me. I'm gonna do a 5. It's about
That's good.
It's about midway. But super fun still. Either way.
Mine also had a lot of nostalgia for it too, because I remember, because at the time, a lot of those people, I mean, you look at it now and a lot of them really aren't doing much, but at the time they were all stars. I mean, Cheers was huge.
Yep.
TV
I think
stars, yeah.
American Hero might have just had finished, but Richard Mole, because Night Court was really, really big.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of it. So it was more, and those were all the shows I watched. So I thought it was cool that they were all in that movie.
And I think the ex-wife was on some show too. I think too. You look her IMDb up. I'm sure she was on something.
Yeah, she was familiar too. Let me see who.
I love when you go back to rewatch something and you start putting the pieces back together. I love the little dots that you start connecting together, man. So fun.
Like seeing actors that you're like, oh, they were in this. I don't remember that. That's yeah.
Hell yeah. You feel like you discovered plutonium or some shit, right? You're like, oh, yes. And then you tell somebody, they're like, okay, I don't give a shit. You're like, whatever. But you at least feel good about yourself. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Feel good about yourself.
I would say it was probably one of the first ones that had some scare that I saw when I was a kid because I was 5 or I saw it at a young age, but I got away with seeing that stuff when I was younger. But
yeah, me too.
It's
I was a
definitely
sneak.
one of my favorite horror comedies. Lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Must be the alcohol kicking in.
Okay, Michael.
Damn.
Don't.
No, but and there's the He-Man figure in there. Of course, I get a kick out of that. The kid had the He-Man figure.
Yes.
Yes.
The music. Oh God, when the movie ends, that one song at the end, it just goes right to this happy music. No, I remember now. The fish that creeped me out
when he was shooting it on the wall.
And it's squealing. The fish is squealing.
That's freaked me out. Yeah, I do remember that as a kid.
Freaked me out when I was a kid. And because, that just, George went not believing him and all this stuff. Oh, this guy's nuts. All of a sudden,
you know why? Because I think it was right around that time or right after that. I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember the thing? It was like a TV infomercial for a fish that talked.
Oh, the bass fish.
the little bass on the board,
bass.
yeah.
Right, and that had come out probably right after this movie too, and it used to freak me out. That stupid fucking talking bass.
Yeah,
thing.
that thing. Everybody had it in their house. Everybody bought one. Everybody had one.
And then they could get him with different songs, whatever he was singing, all sorts of stupid shit.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I forgot
Those
about that.
two little creepy kids that take the boy. Those two little.
Oh
creepy
yeah.
Creep with those eyes. Creep the hell out of me too.
Oh, the best scene when he lowers himself into the medicine cabinet. And the thing flies and it grabs the gun and it's like doing tricks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're like,
Bat or whatever, the skeleton bat.
Yeah, the skeleton bat. Yeah.
Skeleton bat, that's right.
Oh, that's a good part too when you see. Oh God, I've already forgotten the character's name. The bull, though, when he falls and he splits apart into pieces and he hits the rocks.
What was that part, man? I can't remember that part.
Great stuff, but yeah,
Great
I give it a 7 just because it was one of my first movies, and I could still watch it to this day. Maybe I think some people might say it doesn't age too well. I don't see that, but yeah, I give it a solid 7.
I love the poster art for it. The hand.
Yes.
The fingernail hand and all that. That was so good. You saw that everywhere on every VHS, Blockbuster back in the day, all that stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
So good.
I should have posted that. That was one of the things that I took my daughter to the horror convention and we got William Cott to sign it.
What?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, really?
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, it's on my phone.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That belongs up there, like in the upper fucking pantheon of like badass movie posters, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but that's William Cott right there with my daughter.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah,
he's holding up well. He's holding up well.
Yeah, his hair is all over. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, but and it's funny because I watched them twice this week because, like I said, all I really watch is Pluto TV, and I was sat down one night and Carrie was on, so I watched Carrie for like the 8 millionth time, and then the next night I watched House again. I rewatched House. It's like weird. It's like the William Cat week.
So cool.
Good stuff. So cool. Well, hey, I will comment to you guys. I appreciate you. Let me get off.
Go before you get in trouble.
Hey man, tell everybody that everybody here at the Halloween Collectors Podcast said hello. And that we're pissed off that they took you from us. Okay.
I have a feeling from the text I just got, by the way, if you saw the people viewed it, my wife said something to somebody, and it's like, he's not on a real live podcast, is he? So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. So
we're gaining some followers, and we're not there yet. We're not.
Hey, go live. We'll go live from out there, and we'll tell everybody hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Show them off. Show us off.
Okay. You got it, guys, okay?
Yeah.
Take care, brother. Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
Later, man.
Bye-bye.
There we go. You and me.
It's just us.
It's just you and me. I feel like we're in Deliverance or something. I'm Burt Reynolds, by the way. You're John Voight.
Now, I'm more the way I feel these days, I'm more like freaking what's his name? Ned Betty.
Ned Betty. Oh man.
Yeah, that would be my luck. I would get raped.
Yeah. That's right.
Rob's got a comment in here. He's like, I can't understand a fucking word Gore says. it's kind of true.
Well, no, Michael actually they just saw Gore actually recently here in San Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah. They did. I was supposed to go to that show, but I couldn't make it. I missed out big time.
Oh, here's a good one Rob threw in here. I found one a really good freaking movie. Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit.
Dr. Detroit.
Okay, that reminds me. You ever watched the movie Dr. Giggles?
Yes.
Dude, I love Dr. Giggles, man. The guy
I haven't watched it in a minute. I got to go back and rewatch it.
That and I don't know how you feel about the Darkman series. Liam Neeson, the guy who's in the main guy from Dr. Giggles. He's the bad guy in Darkman. Do you remember Darkman?
I remember watching the first. I think it was the first one. Or I remember I started watching it and I just never got back to it. Sometimes what happens, especially the kids are older, it's easier. But like when with you see how it is with the kids. Sure. I try to start watching the movie. I'll start watching something. I have to get up, and then I'll forget to go back to it. But there's a long laundry list. I'm gonna actually add that to the list too to go back to finally finish.
Yeah, it ties in because the guy who was in Dr. Giggles plays a great bad guy in Darkman. And
check it out.
It's Darkman is one of my favorite. The video game, the NES video game, brings back memories. Darkman, just so good, so good. Those are movies that get forgotten. horror movies.
What is? Hold on. The Rose Bowling Ball. They have them on eBay.
Oh shit.
That's pretty cool. I kind of figured somebody had to be making those because
yeah.
you can definitely find them.
So
it's just you and I. So you want to do our little head-to-head?
we can. Hey man, I'm all for it, my friend. If you want to save it, we can. If not, we can go for it, man. I'm here.
Well, yeah, we can give our 2 cents, and then next week they can give their 2 cents if they want.
All day.
So let's do that. And then I actually did put up there to put some bobbleheads. If people want to show some, we figured we'd go through the list of the bobbleheads. I kept thinking of you. Do you have those crushed boxes? You can actually show everybody what they look like, how badly they were fucked up.
I do not have them. For those who are interested and want to see the condition of the boxes of like the 2 or 3 new bobbleheads that just came out, go to the Facebook channel, Facebook page. What is it? What's the name of the page there, Pat?
The Facebook group, Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors Group. The links are all below us.
That's right. So go check it out if you want to see some pictures of what Patrinka's talking about. Some jacked up packages in the mail, man.
How not to ship stuff.
Yeah. For all
Shipping 101.
Son of a guns.
So let's do this. Let's talk a little Jamie Lee and Nev. We got some time. It's only it's 20 to 9 on my time. Actually, Rob just gave me a time check at 8:45.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
So let's do our little Scream Queen Showdown. We'll make the Scream Queen Showdown number 1 because we can do more of these. So let's make this number 1.
Very nice intro.
Very cool. Thank you. So it's basically a matter of
preference,
nostalgia, or you can say the teacher and the student.
You can. You sure can.
So, and it's a matter of taste who you would think would be the better Scream Queen. You know where I'm going to lie. It actually is tough for me. I obviously, I'm a Halloween fanatic. That's why we're doing this.
That's right.
So you're naturally going to say, well, Pat's just going to go Jamie Lee Curtis. But I will say this. It was close because I do enjoy the Scream movies. And Neve Campbell is a great Scream queen. I mean, she's, the physicality is there more so than Jamie Lee Curtis. The preparedness, the steadfastness. I mean, aside from, her, Jamie Lee in 2018 becoming like this, like friggin', superhero, like, Rambo type person. But all the other movies, he really wasn't. I mean, aside from 1, 2, and, I don't even count Abortion, but H2O, she wasn't really prepared like Nev was. But the first movie, but you also give the edge to, no, you really can't say that because they were both kind of quiet, reserved people that stepped up to the plate in a difficult situation.
They kind of, for me, they both gained strength as time went on because they both were very in weakened states in the beginning, like very weak. And as time went on, and also when it comes to Jamie Lee's character, it depends on what story arc you follow, which way you go. You don't know. For Nev, it's a straight line.
That's a straight line.
It's a straight line. But
Sure.
when it comes to Jamie Lee, it's depends on what movies you want to follow. But for me, they're both they started off weak and then they started gaining their strength as time went on. So I think in terms of strength, I think Nev gets the nod because as the last movie just unfolded, she was just a badass, man. Like she knew what to expect. She had been there before. She had the experience. And, it's just like she's been there, done that. So when it came to Jamie Lee, it was kind of like, I don't know if I could say that because of all the different routes that it took. And it's not her fault at all. But, I think that, in terms of being prepared, Nev got a better step up on that because I think.
And if you watch them, one thing you may not think about is the fact that if you say so, if you first saw Halloween, then you watched Scream.
Yeah.
You would think that the dominant person would have been the hero because you would think they would be more like tough and steadfast and the ones that could stand up to somebody. But both of them got killed. So you had Halloween 1, who was the smart ass, hard ass that you would have thought would have been the one to to take action, Annie. Because she was the smart ass one, and like hey, speed kills. She was that person. You would have thought it was her, dead.
Button.
And the one the quiet one rose to the occasion. Scream, same thing. You had Rose McGowan, who was the smart ass.
Yeah.
That you would have thought would have been the hard ass to, and then what does she do? She's dumb enough to get stuck in a fucking garage door.
Yeah, which was a great scene, by the way.
Which is a great scene. Great scene.
Which was parodied very well by a Scary Movie. But
yes.
But I know exactly what you're saying. Is like the strong silent type. They both had that quality. But when it comes to, I mean, if I had to choose in terms of to make it to the end, let's say they had to, they were in a race, and who would I expect to finish first? I would have to say Jamie Lee, just because I think her opposition, the boogeyman Michael Myers, is a lot tougher than
Ghostface.
Yeah, the edge goes to her because she's up against a supernatural force, something that nobody can explain. We don't understand where he gets his strength from. She's just trying to get out of it alive, as to where Ghostface plays a lot of games. They torture in a way. They kill certain people in order to get to this climax to fit whatever agenda they feel is needed. So I think Laurie gets the nod in terms of kind of hanging in there. She's more resilient. Let's put it that way.
See, we think alike. That was one of my talking points. I have my little notes here. Was the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis, like I said, she's up against an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Which was inhuman at one point, then they tried to make it human, but turned out to be inhuman again. So it's an unstoppable force. But in Scream, not only is it just a human being, it's always somebody different.
Yeah, because
that person cannot kill you with their bare hands. Michael Myers will.
That's right, and it's like the next person is the ghost face that's current always ends up getting killed, and someone comes in and takes on that mantle. So it's something that's just a revolving door that, up until this point, there've been a bunch of schmucks who the plan gets foiled and they get killed, as opposed to Michael. He's kind of like a standalone to where he'll never die. He has not died, and he's still coming no matter what. And you don't know when he's coming. You always got to look over your shoulder. So, when it comes to Scream, it's like, oh, did you hear about the new murders in, whatever, Woodsboro, whatever? It's always like a reintroduced like theme, because it's like they pull the same shit off that they did, in the previous movie. It's like he's back again. Ghostface is back again. It's in the news. It's all over the media, as to where Michael is just like goes and kills motherfuckers, Halloween time, I guess, but you never know really.
This is going to be interesting because one of the themes of Scream is going to be in the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and say it's a spoiler, because if you follow Halloween like we do, you've heard this theory. Apparently a copycat killer is supposed to be in this movie. Yes. That's basically what every movie beyond Scream was copycat killers. Because at the beginning it was the two original guys, and obviously it was because of Skeet Ulrich's, mom leaving because Nev's mom and him fooled around. Yeah. So that was the way that started. But every other movie beyond that was copycat killers, pretty much. They took that theory, and for whatever reason, their revenge was they sort of like, Michael's not here. His favorite, Friday 5.
Yeah, that's right. And another thing is like they had different paths in terms of like Jamie Lee is kind of like untarnished in a way, no sex scenes. No,
no tater tots.
No taters. She didn't break any of the rules, as opposed to Nev, where she, her character broke the rules, and
she got laid.
Yeah, and she was able to still kind of maintain her strength. So I think she was given special privileges in a way, as opposed to Laurie Strode, the character, is still kind of like this wholesome, character. where she's still kind of holding on to those good traits. You know what I mean? So,
You gave it up. You're not a virgin anymore. Now you got to die.
you gotta die. That's right. So I mean, and also you can compare when I thought about this versus thing, you look at the franchises as a whole. You have to understand that Jamie Lee. Am I wrong in saying this? Is that she's been in the most movies to this point, right?
Yes.
As a single actress character, right?
Yeah, the only person that would have been close to her was Donald, and he's
Yeah, he's
unfortunately.
gone. So
well, you
I
figure,
mean,
let's see, Donald is what? 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So he's
6.
5. Jamie
Yeah.
Lee is 1, 2, H2O, Resurrection, abortion. I mean, I'm sorry. 2018, kills, ends. So she's in 7.
So she'll be, yeah, that's right. So
Oh,
I mean,
and I will say this: not that anybody here is watching this podcast. I have to make this known because I was on. You know, you get those trivia things where they ask you questions. One of the questions was how many movies was Jamie Lee Curtis in, and they counted H3 because they said that she was the voice of the announcers telling them about the curfew, and that is 100% incorrect. That was not Jamie Lee Curtis.
Whoa.
That was not her. You can even go watch Sean Clark's videos. He'll even say it was not her. She did not do that. They said it was some voiceover actress, which I can't remember whose name it was. Actually, Daniel Ferrens reached out to me and was telling me the same thing because he had spoken to her about it, and he said it was some like voiceover actress.
No
it was
way.
not Jamie Lee Curtis. And it even says it on Wikipedia. And Lord knows how wrong Wikipedia is. They just take whatever they just Google shit and stick it in there.
Yeah, people just put whatever.
So I'll fight anybody on this. It's absolutely incorrect. Because I had people get mad at me. Oh no, it's true. I said, okay, so go ahead, believe everything you see on the internet. I heard from 2 reliable people, and there's 2 very reliable people. Sean Clark, who's spoken to her personally.
The source went to the source.
The source, and Daniel Farron said he asked her about it too, and she's like, I never said that. They just keep saying that, but it was not me.
Golly. No, I think because of that fact, and she's been the constant, you know, she gets the edge, man. She's up against a darker force, an unstoppable force. She's been resilient. She's been hanging around for a lot longer. Her character has been through so many different rewrites and different movies and different angles and you can go to pie chart and do all this shit. And she is still here with us until we get to the end of Halloween Ends. So, you know, I think that Jamie Lee Curtis as an actress is amazing. So to get personal, she's done a lot of other works that I think just make her even more iconic. You know, Nev Campbell's never done stuff, I think, outside of that. Like, you know, she did, what's that one with Wild Things? Is that right? Wild Things. She did The Craft, which is, I'm a big fan of that movie, The Craft.
Good movie. Yeah.
Very good movie. Thinking some other stuff. She was in that movie, Party of 5?
Party of 5 is where she started.
I think, yeah. So Party of 5, she's got some nostalgia in the 90s for that. But she pales into comparison to Jamie Lee Curtis. So for me, when it comes to this epic versus battle, Jamie Lee for the win. And she so much influenced the character of Nev Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, that if you're influenced by that, that's kind of like Jamie Lee's kind of like the Michael Jordan of scary movies. You know, he influenced Kobe, LeBron, all these, Kevin Durant, all these great players. So, you know, Jamie Lee is the original Scream Queen, and she will always be the original Scream Queen.
If there was a Mount Rushmore, her face would be first.
That's right. I agree. Yes, sir.
That would be a good thing too. We should do that. That'll be who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of Scream Queens? Because there's 5 presidents on there, or is there 4? I'm horrible with my history.
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4 too. My son would probably smack me right now.
No, it's okay.
Right now, you should see him come and punch me. That because my son's a history major. My son's he's actually a European history major in college, but you need to know anything about history, regular American history. That's
the favorite thing I love about history is that it already happened. So it's just knowing facts. That's it. That's all, math I suck. You got to, know how to do equations and all that shit. But history is my favorite subject by far.
It was my favorite as a kid too. I was going to be, that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. I either wanted to be a history teacher or a music teacher.
Yeah.
And I I went to college. When I went to college, I took history courses. I took a music course, and you know, I didn't do anything crazy in college, but I partied too much, did it whatever, and eventually I left and didn't finished either one of those two degrees. I eventually went for computers and stuff, but I didn't get those degrees, unfortunately. So, and my son is, and I tell him, I said, just keep doing it. And he wants to be a professor. He wants to be a college level teacher. He doesn't want to.
Hell yeah.
Because my son, like I said, he's very smart. Sorry, Joe's son's very smart, and so he wants. So he wants to be a college level professor, but simply because he's very passionate when he talks about history, and he's like, I don't want to sit there and teach kids that don't want to be there.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to teach people that are taking this course because they're taking the course to learn and do something with it. He's like, if I go to high school, it's just kids just sitting in a room that just, He's like, I want to be. He wants to teach college level courses.
Absolutely.
So that's
No,
what he's
I
doing.
love that, man, because in order to know where you're going, you got to know a lot about your past. So I respect history. I respect people who teach it. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Very cool. So we're both in agreement. Jamie Lee, I mean, you knew that was going to happen, and of course, everybody's going to say, "Well, Pat's, but you have to look at it for what it is." And I love Nev Campbell, and it's not diminishing her. So we can do another Scream Queen thing. What would be another Scream Queen? I mean, we can stay in the Halloween vein and say like Danielle Harris versus somebody.
You know what? I would like to do this versus because, well, you know what?
I mean, if you got an idea, I'm open. I have to ask you quick. I'm checking the
Sure.
chat here. Rob, are you on a delay? Because he's answering stuff we've said before, and
might
I'm
be.
glad he said this because Billy Bass was the fish, but he said he said what the song was. I think somewhere. And I was like, oh, that's right, that's what it is. Have a great time. Oh, have these Billy Bass. I forget what it was. I thought I saw it, but I was just wondering. It must be on the delay or something.
I
But
think he's been doing that for a minute.
You have an idea? I mean, I'm up for anything. I mean, because you figure who are considered Scream Queens, so you can do. I mean, I don't consider. People say Janet Leigh, but she was really only in Psycho.
See, we have to. I think what we need to do is kind of compare people who have kind of like the same amount of work that they put in. Like we can't compare somebody who's done a couple movies to somebody like Danielle, who's done like the Halloween franchise, Hatchet. She's in some other shit. Last Boy Scout as a kid. She's been, so it's kind of, we had to kind of vet and see who meets what certain criteria. The one off the top of my head is, if we keep it in the Halloween franchise, I think Scout is a good way to go because she's been in 2 movies. So
Scout versus Danielle.
You can do Scout versus Danielle, or we can do Scout versus kind of like a new aged Scream Queen. Who's the new one now? She just got cast to be Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family reboot.
Jenny Ortega.
Yeah, so we can do either her Scout versus Jenny or Jenny versus Danielle. Yeah, because Jenny, she did that movie, I think X. She did Scream, the new Scream.
She was great in the new Scream too.
Yeah, she was great, and she's been in some other stuff too. So I think some old and new blood would be a good little combination. Especially with the new Addams Family coming out. Yeah, man, there's a lot out there we could talk about, man. There's a lot.
Trying to think what's a good one. Oh, Rob, it seems like Rob's getting the delay, but he's checking in. It's 9 o'clock. Are you trying to kick us off?
Yeah, I know what the hell going on. You know what? All right, if you can tell me the time, you can send me a photo. How about that?
So I actually put in here for, because I try to still show some type of collectible in the Collector's Podcast about Halloween. So I mentioned the bobbleheads. I should have reached out to you to try to save those boxes so you can show people this is not how you post. This is not how you send shit through the mail. But if you guys want, I'm going to put a link up yonder somewhere after the fact to my first Halloween collector spotlight, which I did the first 3 bobbleheads, which, hold on one second, I'll get them. Hold on. Entertain the troops. I'll be right there.
Sure. So, when it comes to preparing for this podcast, for all those who are watching, we take a lot of time and effort to research our topics. We take a lot of time because we spend a lot of our time researching new items that we're looking for, things we have, things we're interested in. And I love the fact that we're all different. And it's okay to be different. It's okay to like what you like, because that's the fun part of being a collector. So, for all those who are watching, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch us because my friend Patrick puts in a lot of work. It's not just collecting and buying shit. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of knowledge you need to have, a lot of research you got to do. Don't just go out there and spend your money without really knowing what the hell you're doing. So we do this podcast because we love collecting, but also because I feel like this is valuable information for those who love collecting and like doing stuff like this, like we do. So if you're watching now, we appreciate you. Like Rob, we appreciate you, Rob. Steve usually chimes in. Steve is a good guy. Big Gabriel. All the guys that come in and watch us, we appreciate you guys very, very much. So I just want to throw that out there.
Absolutely. Actually, we got to get Steve back on too here one of these days. I'll reach out to Steve. And we tell rule number one of collecting. And I've said this before on this podcast. I've said this before on my channel. Collecting, especially the community that we're embracing, and we've made some great friends. It's not a competition.
That's right.
Don't be a dick. When somebody finds something, you should be happy for them. I'm happy to see it go to a good collector. You shouldn't be degrading anybody. You shouldn't be berating somebody. Not everybody has the funds to buy everything, and maybe they can't get the nicest mask. That might be the only thing they have, and they can't go out and spend $1,000 on a nag mask. So, just be respectful and be happy for people, because not everybody's in the situation that certain people are.
That's right.
I don't have $1 million. Everything behind me, I spend a lot of money on stuff like that. I said, but I'm also older. But the older you get, you tend to have a little bit more disposable income, because I own my house now. I'm not 21 years old anymore. I wish I was. Yeah. And my kids are a little bit older. So the older you get, as long as, and I wish this for everybody, that they can do this, have a little bit of extra disposable income. That's right. Some people may not. And I'm blessed. I'm fortunate that I can do that. So. Yeah. Just enjoy it as a community. Don't get into it just to make money. Some people do. You buy all this shit in the stores, and people. It's just like this. It's just like the ticket scalping thing. Where you're trying to get the hottest item and you're trying to make a buck on it. And because I don't do that. None of us do that. Do I sell things for what they're worth? Sure, I go. But I can tell you guys plenty of times I pick up stuff for other collectors all the time, and I'm happy to do it. And I don't charge them any money for it. I just say pay shipping. I don't care. But that's not to say that if I had like something that's on the shelf that's collectible, I'm going to obviously sell it for a fair price. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm not going to take like an Evolution of Evil and say, okay, give me $1,000.
That's right. And also be wary of these people that I see a lot on the Facebook page, that there's a lot of people buying fake stuff on fucking eBay. And the big word, the term that we always hear is do your due diligence. Take the damn time to research who you're buying from, what the item is, all that good stuff, and put some time and effort into it. Don't just think throw some money at something and it's always going to turn out the way you want. Do the research. Take the time. You work hard for that money, so why don't you work hard to make sure that you get what you want? Okay, so yeah.
Make sure you get a good deal. And big thing is, this just popped up in the collectors group. Somebody put up the latest Ghost Bob, not Ghost Bob, Bob and Myers bobblehead, and put up there for like $150 or $140, something ridiculous, and people jumped all over him.
Yep.
Wait, when things are that hot, they're gonna come back. I'll tell you. And here's an example right here.
That's right.
Last year, I didn't get my hands on this at Party City, but they sold it because they sold out so quickly. When companies see things sell out quickly, they will come back because they want to make more money. And there were people selling these things for $100 last year. And I said, you know what? I'm going to wait it out. And if it doesn't come back, then I'll figure something out, and maybe I'll figure out a way to get one for a reasonable price. This came out last year, sold out. I couldn't find them anywhere. I couldn't find it, and they were like $75 to $100 online. $45 from Party City.
That's right.
Sometimes be patient.
Patience is a virtue, folks. Patience is a virtue.
Is a virgin.
Yeah, that's
virtue.
right. That's right. So I see segueing into what you have there. Let's see some good boxes of the bobbleheads that you have. How about
So,
that?
like I said, I broke my collectible spotlight into 3 parts because it's just a lot to do. I try to keep the collectible spotlights to 10, 12, 13 minutes because it'll get boring after that. I'd be bored looking at my ugly face for freaking 14 minutes too. So I figured with all the bobbleheads that are out there, it's going to be 3 episodes. So the first 3 I did were the first one, which is the Horror Headliners XL, made by Equity Marketing and sold in Spencer's. And that was the first. The second one was the good old head knockers from NECA.
So good.
So I did that one, and I did from our buddies at Funko, the Wacky Wobbler. And if you go back and watch this, which eluded me, I didn't realize that there's a variant box because the writing here is different on a different box. And of course, I'm a completist junkie. So I have to go look for that one with that box.
That's right. So anybody watching, if you have one for sale, let my mans know.
Let me know for a reasonable price. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
Don't be the 4-letter word. Don't be that.
So those are the first 3. Next week I'm going to do. Hold on. Entertain the Troops.
That's right. Well, just to recap on what I was able to scoop up, I didn't get this in the past because all the ones that I saw in person, the boxes were in terrible shape. But this one I found in really great shape. The head knocker. It looks like the Halloween 2018. Look at that. And it's one of the bigger ones. It's a lot bigger than the ones that are coming out now. So in terms of packaging, it's really fun, really cool. So if you haven't scoped this up, you check them out. They're on eBay, so on and so forth. So check it out.
And just as Joe is showing that is one of the ones I will be showing next week. That was released for the 2018 movie, so I'll be doing a review of the other body knocker.
It looks great. I love that figure, man. It's super cool.
They did a nice job.
Sure did.
And people seem to forget that this is a bobblehead. It was made by Head Knockers, and it was for the 2018 movie as well.
I have that one too. He's sitting back there somewhere.
So these will be my next review, which will be next week, part 2. And then next week, I will do the whole shelf of Royal Baubles, which I'm not going up for right now.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry
But
about
I love the bobbleheads are awesome. I love them. And they're selling, so they're just going to keep putting them out. I mean, come on.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Hot Topic is just pumping those things out. I mean, and then Zabby jumping in there, which I only remember them doing steelbooks, and now they're doing the bobbleheads.
It's that they want the quick fix. They want some money. They want some revenue, man. So they know we're suckers for stuff like that. Like for me, it's not overpriced. It's not underpriced. It's right in that happy medium of pricing. Yeah,
they're not too bad. I'm not gonna, you know, of course you can always complain, but it's not that the pricing is not. I mean, everything has gone up. You do see a couple dollar difference in Spirit this year, and in Spencer's. I mean, they're getting these awesome friggin' backpacks, but they're like fucking $79. I'm like $79 for a backpack, man. I'm like, come on.
Now, there was one that I mentioned earlier. It had the image of, I don't know how the way they were reversed. It was like an image of Halloween 6 and then, of Resurrection. And then it was like the Curse of Michael Myers bag. Is that the same one that you saw? It was a backpack, right? Orange and black. Yeah, I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm not.
And that's the same thing here. Of course, my beer got stuck to my coaster. Just knocked it over. Like when I got the stuff for the Halloween Horror Nights, I'm like, oh, do I have to spend another $75 on the backpack? So I didn't order the backpack. I might go back and eventually get it, but I'm like, I don't want to spend $200.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited because I had some friends, real close friends of mine. They just visited California, and they told me that they might be going to what do you call it? Where that's being held, the Universal
Horror, Universal Horror Nights.
Yes, right. So there's one in California. So a buddy of mine, he said he might stop by there. So he may or may not have got me a package full of stuff from there in person. So I'm waiting to see. I'll let y'all know next week if that actually happened or not. So,
well, like I said, my daughter was in Florida, but they just didn't get they were only there for a few days, so they didn't have time. So she has since been locked out, and she's out of the will.
She's out.
So she's sleeping in the car outside. She's not allowed.
That's right. So no, that's good though. No, the bobbleheads for me are pretty cool because they're they're like the stereotypical collector's item.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bobbleheads, man. What's not to like about a bobblehead? Just little guy like that. Little guy.
He's like,
There's not to like. He's like, here, I got your money, bitch. I got your money.
it's like those little hula girls that you used to put on your
Yeah.
dashboard.
Exactly. You know what? You just made up a good idea, man, for another. Why don't they make a bobblehead, but one that you can stick in your car, like a little suction cup bottom? How about that?
That would be cool.
That would be cool. How about that?
So my daughter loves driving around in my car because I got a Meyer sticker on the back. I got the air freshener hanging from the thing.
Well, I mean, you get free gas put in it.
She's like, Dad, can I take that stuff off? I'm like, no, it's not your car, so leave it
Don't
on.
touch
I
my
said,
stuff.
and if you touch it, I'll put more on.
Hey, you said moron. I like that.
I'll put more on, more on.
Moron.
More on. And so she's got there's a Meyer air freshener hanger from the mirror. I got a Meyer sticker on the back of it, and my front license plate is Kiss Destroyer.
No way. Oh yeah, she sticks out like a sore thumb.
I
Hey,
can
you
see
like
her-
that stuff? No.
First
that's
day
not
of
weird.
school, she took my car. She must have pulled in. They must have been like, "What the fuck is with this girl?"
Like, no. She's like, no, that's my dad. That had nothing to do with me. That's my dad.
Oh, and the best is we're sitting here today, and she's over with a friend of ours, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, where did you get that shirt? She's like, this shirt? I said, yeah. She's wearing a Van Halen 1984 shirt.
Oh.
I'm like, do you even know who Van Halen is?
What, Target or what?
No, my daughter is on this thing now, her and her friends, where they go to thrift stores.
Oh.
And they like to buy the vintage clothing because 80s are in now.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
right.
she found this 1984 friggin' Van Halen shirt. I'm like, do you even know who Van Halen is? She's like, he plays the guitar, right? I'm like,
Hey, that's better than nothing. Hey, that's something. That is something. I'll give you that. That's something.
but I just looked and I'm like, and it just out of nowhere, and I'm like, and my wife's like, how did you just notice that? I said, I just looked at her. I don't look at what my daughter's wearing unless it's ridiculously bad. And I'm like, yeah, you need to go change.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it just floored me.
Fuck Van Halen. That's so funny. Yeah,
Rob's got a good idea. This is something I've been thinking of. Michael, I think I talked about doing to start doing some type of a trivia thing. Halloween 3 trivia. I'll do that all day long. But have Michael read it off because he knows nothing about the movie.
he would not. He would not.
He can read it to us.
He would hate it. No, trivia is fun.
And he's right. He knows the curfew is a lie. It's not her, and she has. It's not her. I don't know where they even got. And everybody's like, "Yes, it is." I go. I was arguing with somebody one time. This is my life, people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was in Halloween. One of the Halloween. Just because there's 2 Halloween 3 groups on Facebook that I belong to. I'm not a moderator or anything. It's just I joined it, and somebody was going back and forth because somebody posted that it's not them, and they were arguing. And I go, it's like, no, Carpenter and her were friends. I said she had moved on by that point. You got to remember, she was only in basically one Carpenter movie, which was Halloween. The second movie, he just produced it. He didn't direct it.
Yeah.
He had no relationship with Jamie Lee that she was going to come and do a cameo.
Yeah.
Why would she be on set for Halloween 3? She was making Trading Places.
Yeah. There's no connection whatsoever.
Yeah. So
Oh, Rob's got a question. Let's see.
if you Google Jamie Lee Curtis, it says it. Oh, I thought it's. I knew for a while it was there, but maybe it was taken down. It did say that she was the voice. It might be on. I'm going to look right now. I think it's on IMDb. Maybe that's where I saw it. I sit corrected. And Pat, does your son love Halloween movies like you? My son likes them. My problem with my son is he's a realist. He studies history, so sometimes he gets so angry when people make stupid decisions. And every horror movie is made up of people making stupid decisions. Right down to that stupid commercial. Was that the Geico one where you make stupid decisions and the guy's like, it's like, shouldn't we just get into the moving car? No, let's hide behind all the chainsaws. That commercial.
Yeah.
My son gets so frustrated, like with him, because he's a realist. I said, Terrence, I'm like, it's just for fun. Suspend your disbelief and just enjoy what's happening. He's like, why did they go in there? How stupid was it? I go, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to do something stupid. If they were smart, there would be no freaking movie if they were smart. They're supposed to do dumb shit.
It's like, why do they always fall during a chase scene? It adds to the suspense. You gotta kind of let go of reality. You gotta let your mind go to that creative wonderland and just let it happen. Because remember, this film was made by people who thought this shit up. This isn't something that is not real life. This is
It's
art.
fiction.
It's fiction. It's art. It's something that somebody created. So in order to enjoy it, you have to allow your mind to be creative in its own right, to create your own opinion about it. That's the beautiful thing about horror movies in general. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's for entertainment. It's to make you enjoy it. It's a genre of film, just like action, just like drama, just like comedy. It's just a different mindset. That's all it is. That's all it
Exactly.
is.
So,
That's all-
Rob, I do say correct. I just brought Jamie Lee Curtis on IMDb. It's showing 1982 Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, curfew announcer / telephone operator voice, uncredited, and is absolutely incorrect. And this one, I wasn't aware of. I'd have to go back and listen to it, but I don't think this is her either. Why would she do it? Escape from New York, narrator, the computer voice. Why would she do Escape from New York? She was not a voice actor. Why would she do any of this?
She doesn't need those credits.
It serves zero interest for her to do any of this stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if that's right either. I have to go back and watch. Well, you don't have to twist my arm to go back and watch Escape from New York. So
I know, which is an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah. Damn you, Michael! That you don't like it.
Don't even get me started. But no, man. I mean, I can do this all night, man. Don't even go there. Don't go there,
actually, I'll say we'll start wrapping up just because I think my wife.
Sure.
we were gonna hang out. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Another drink.
I said the W word.
I gotta get one more myself.
Because we're both off tomorrow, so we were going to just hang out, have some drinks, and just
of course
spend some time together. Because my daughter, like I said, I heard her steal my car, and my son is probably in his room screaming at the top of his head on his Discord, playing games with his friends as usual. Yeah. So we'll probably just hang since we're both off. Go make myself another one of my apple drinks because
they're tasty. They're tasty.
As the kids say, they're tits.
That's right. They're Now, I wanted to shout out Michael real quick. He's not feeling good. He can't really speak well. And he's rehearsing with his band for good reason. He's going to get back to 100%. We missed you. Can't wait to see you during next podcast. Big Gabe, if you're watching this, bro, we missed you. We'll see you next time. Britt Patrick, it's good seeing you earlier, my friend.
Tell everybody at the block party we say hi.
Everybody, we said hi.
Have a drink for us.
And all you crazy collectors out there, hopefully you enjoyed the show. And there's plenty more to come, folks. I'm telling you, there's plenty more to come. Ain't that right, Pat?
Hell yeah. And people have any ideas, by all means, just in the link below. This way, I'd rather spend time looking at those instead of spending like the first hour after the podcast getting rid of all the fucking XXX like stupid shit that spam that always goes. You get all these people that I'll within the first half hour I'll go back on the page and I'll see there'll be like 2 or 3 stupid freaking sex things that people I have no reason why they comment on it, but then I have to delete it, I have to report it. It's like the same shit that happens on Instagram. I don't know if you get this when I post something on Instagram. If people don't follow my thing, it's basically what's right here. Yep. If you want to see my collection, and it's basically a tool for me more than anything to keep track of my collection. The second I post something, I get all these assholes. DM this, DM that, yep. DM this, promote it on this, promote it on that. Go fuck yourself. Why am I going to pay anybody for any of this stupid shit? For me, it's just to show my collection so people I could share it with people, and it's a reference point for me. So then I have to spend time deleting that and reporting that for fucking spam. It's like, come on, people. Don't you guys have lives?
We are doing this because we love to do it. We're not looking to get famous. We're not looking to get rich or whatever the fuck it is that people think they try to do on social media nowadays. This is just a platform.
We're going fucking broke buying shit every week.
Yeah, we're using this platform as a way to express. This is our creative, expressive format. This is all we're doing. We're just expressing ourselves in the form of showing what we love to do, and it's fucking collecting. So if this is your cup of tea, fucking join us on a regular. If it's not, go look for something else to do. We don't give a shit. We're just here to have fun. That's it. We're not here holding ourselves too fucking serious, man. We're not those people.
Awesome,
we're not
man.
perfect.
Oh, wait, we're finding out more about Rob. He's 52.
Oh, shit. You know what? if Rob is like fucking some celebrity, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Like he's like Rob Schneider or some fucking shit.
So we're talking about our ages. Did I tell you the story? I'll share this story, then we'll head out.
That's
So
cool.
this week I went. For those that don't, not that anybody knows, but I have bad asthma, so I have to get medication from asthma. So after you run out of your prescription renewals, you have to obviously go to the doctor and get your scripts. And my doctor's pretty cool. He gives me a bunch. I don't have to keep going back and keep giving him a vig to get my stuff. So. And with me turning 50, just to do preventative maintenance, I told him, I said, give me a cardiologist, give me someplace to go to do like a colonoscopy, prostate exam. I said, let's just do a complete tune-up because I'm 50. And he was like, that's great. He's like, most guys your age don't want to do it. I said, no. I said, I don't care. If they find something, find it now. And I'm not having any issues with anything, but you know what? It can't hurt to just have everything checked out. I said, my father died at 65 of congestive heart failure. Fortunately, knock wood, I don't have any issues. I had a chest scan last year and all that stuff, but can't hurt to be cautious.
Absolutely.
So he's like, anything prompt this? Did anything bother you? I said, honestly, I had a revelation. For those watching this that aren't as old as us, I'm a big fan of the All in the Family TV show. I grew up with it.
Thanks.
So I'm watching All in the Family the other night, and it was an episode where they were throwing a surprise party for Archie Bunker.
Mm-hmm.
It was his 50th birthday.
Oh.
And I was just like, I sat there and I was walking around and my wife's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I'm as old as Archie fucking Bunker. She's like, what? And I told her the story. And then she was like, because my wife's 51, she's a year older than me. She was like, I'm as old as Edith? We were both fucking floored. Because you always see these shows with older people when you're younger, and you always think, wow, these people are fucking old.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, I'm this age now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. So and my doctor's like, I have to tell my nurses that story. That is hysterical.
It's kind of taboo. Men are too tough to go get checks or whatever. Listen to your body, gents. Me being in the medical field, I always have the insight to say, you know what? Put your pride to the side. If you have a family, you care about your family, your friends, go get your shit checked out, man. And Pat brings up a good point. Once you get a certain age, 50 is a good age. 45, 50 years old, go get your testicles checked, man. Check your booty, check your colon, check your lungs, check everything, and make sure everything's on the up and up, man. Guys are too prideful nowadays, but
I
with
don't
modern
care.
technology, go get fucking checked out. If not for you, for your family and your loved ones. Okay.
I'll tell not to get too serious. That was my father. My father was diabetic, smoked 3 packs of Pall Mall cigarettes a day, didn't pay attention to anything, and he died at 65. And I used to tell him, when are you going to quit smoking? Monitor yourself. I said, don't you want to dance at your granddaughter's wedding someday? And my daughter was 3 years old and doesn't even remember him. So
Crazy,
I tell my kids, I said, am I an angel? No, I like to have my drinks, and I'll have a cigar. Nobody's perfect. You got to live your fucking life. But when you start getting signs of things and they tell you, that's a different story. And then, that's what I say. I said, one of these days I got to walk my daughter down the aisle and get her the hell out of my house, for Christ's sake. Here, I'm going to walk up to that guy and just handcuff her right to him and say, here, now you can pay for everything. I'm done. Thank you. Good night. Mic drop.
Tag you're it, motherfucker.
No, that's it. No givesies, backsies. She's yours.
Right. That's right, man.
My son, on the other hand, but Joe's son, he'll never leave.
Oh no, he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Gonna leave.
He's coming. He's gonna be teaching from the house.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a home teacher. Be a homeschooler. Oh, that's good.
What's that? There's tons of people. Yeah, exactly. To go back to what we were talking to before this, yeah, it's true, and it's a scumbaggy thing to do. But unfortunately, it does happen. And this is actually very true. Halloween prices and stuff. Halloween prices for vintage stuff is starting to come down because a lot of people, you go on eBay, things aren't moving because people don't have money right now.
Yeah, it's
tight. Everybody's tight, and plus with all the new shit coming out. Yeah, it's just, it's a little, it's good time to be a collector because there's a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
But in these times, it's tough to be able to do all that extra stuff. You know, I'm in the process. We're looking for a car for my daughter so she can stop stealing mine. And you can't find a decent used car. I'm telling you.
Everything's jacked the fuck up. You
Not
got
only is it crazy prices, yeah.
used car prices are going for brand new car prices.
It's
Yes.
fucking crazy. We bought that truck. We bought a brand new truck for the trailer. And first time in my life, I paid sticker price because they don't give you deals. They don't have to.
Like it is as is. As
Yeah.
is. Yes, that's right, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is
you have another
one?
wall pet, you're running out of room.
Oh no, I am completely running out of room. I was actually doing, like I said, when I set up the file cabinet, got that stuff in there. I cleared off an entire shelf of some stuff. I'm going to move that stuff. I'm going to hang the pictures up over there. I gave Joe a tour last night of the area, Friday night rather. And I moved that stuff over here. I'm trying to make room for this. I'm actually going to put up a shelf and just put it all bobbleheads. And I'm going to have to put up a long shelf because obviously they're going to keep coming out with multiple ones every year.
Yeah. I'm going to have to rebuy the ones that got destroyed, unfortunately. But, I mean, I'm enjoying them out of box right now, and they're so rad. So it's, if you're a brand new collector, those are a good way to get started, by the way. These bobbleheads that just came out, they're really cool. And they look good on shelves and stuff. So
and be patient.
Be patient.
You can get them. Don't
That's right.
go on eBay.
That's
Don't
right.
let some douchebag charge you double because they will be back. And believe me, I guess I'm fortunate because I'm kind of a patient person. I will wait. Even like the whole. I remember. What's going to happen? People are going to be running out like crazy buying the Halloween Ends mask as soon as it hits the shelves. I remember 2018 when it hit the shelves. People were going crazy trying to find them in spirit and everything. Yep. And everybody's like, "Oh, did you get the mask?" I go, "No, I didn't get the mask till months after that. I think till after Christmas." Yep. Everybody's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm not going to be an idiot. I'm not. I don't need it right now. I'm not like SpongeBob. I need it. No, I could wait."
No, it's not that. It's not that serious. It's not that serious.
When they tell you it's coming out and doesn't have some type of limitation on it. I mean, like this is a limited collectible. They're making 20,000. Then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But they're gonna pump the shit out of this stuff to make money. So if you don't get it right away, relax. Don't feed the assholes that are gonna double and triple the price.
Right. That could
make it so they're not making any money on it.
That's right. You're spoken like a true gentleman. That's right.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Damn Wisconsiners.
Pat has left the building.
Damn Wisconsiners.
But I'm gonna run. I'm probably gonna hang out. If you want to chat, Joe, give me a shout out later. I'll be.
Yeah. I'm gonna see. I think we got some.
I'm going
food
to be
here.
going.
I'm gonna buy tea. And
I'll be going in the. No, I always still get this fucked up. Which way? I'm going over there.
Right over there.
And right over there.
Right over there.
I'll be in the garage. Have a drink or two. See if the wife wants to hang out. I said the wife again.
Cool, man. Oh, just one more time before we go. Gotta show this off. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute. Look at him. He got nice little matted hair. Look at him. Yeah.
They can say hello to each other.
Yeah.
Yes, we are grown men. We are grown men.
This is awesome, dude. Hey, yours looks like it's working better than mine. What the fuck? Hold on. What? His arm is like stunk and shit. What the hell? Piece of shit.
This is my life. My poor kids.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
All right, brother. So yeah, if you want to give me a shout out in a bit, I'll be hanging out. You're more than welcome to.
Cool.
You can hang out with the kids or the wife. I understand, but I'll be around. Rob, thanks for hanging out as always, brother. We want to see that picture next week. We will expect it. It better not be Howard the Duck. It better not be a picture of Howard the Duck.
No, we want to see everything, and I mean everything, Rob. I don't want to see picture of David Hasselhoff and that shit. I want to see you, damn it, Rob Windsor.
Exactly. So. Love you, my brother. Give me a shout out if you want later. I'll be hanging. Everybody, Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. All the links are below us. Give us any ideas you'd like to see. And all you bots, they're going to start posting, the teen dirty shit underneath it. I'm going to delete it, you fuck faces. I hope you all die a bloody death. And
subscribe
to everything. Go check out my Instagram page, the Halloween Movie Collector. All you people that say promote it and DM, I all hope you die of fucking rectal cancer. because I have to sit there and delete all that garbage as well.
Yeah.
Go check out the Over-Caffeinated Collector who's on there. I put Joe's link and Brett's Instagram pages below us, so feel free to check those guys out. They're great. They're beautiful human beings, and hopefully everybody tunes in again next week. We'll figure out some new stuff because we'll regroup. We'll get Michael's voice back because that boy cannot go too long without talking. So he better get his damn voice back.
Oh, he's a superhero when it comes to that. He'll be back even stronger than before.
Gangster.
Shout out, Moro. Shout out, man.
All right, brother. So if you want, hit me up. Everybody, have a good week. And enjoy the rest of your Labor Day weekend, everybody, as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So talk to you guys soon.
Later, buddy.
Thank you.